For the third time this season, Carson-Newman baseball will play host to a ranked South Atlantic Conference team in a weekend series. Number 19 Wingate is Carson-Newman's matchup on this Friday afternoon, the first of three here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, where Christian Henderson takes the ball for Carson-Newman in the series opener. 41 and a third innings for Christian Henderson so far in his sophomore season. A 3.92 ERA, a win and a loss, is Henderson's record in 8 starts this season. 14 career starts for the sophomore right-hander from Clarksville, Tennessee, who will make his first career appearance against this Wingate lineup today. The Bulldogs, one of the top offenses in Division II baseball, and obviously in the South Atlantic Conference as well. Gavin Grapuso will lead off with Bowen Powell. Tanner McCammon due up in the opening inning. Ben Karbowitz is the cleanup batter. Him and McCammon at 3 and 4, tied for the conference lead in home runs, each with 11 this year. Jake Corville, Neil Griffin, Jalen Evans go 5, 6, and 7. Bradley Hart's the catcher, and the 9-hitter is freshman center fielder Reed Benamita. For this Wingate team that is 26-9, 16-5 in conference play this season. The Bulldogs have a half-game edge over Lenore Ryan for second place in the league. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman enters the weekend in 7th place, but 6th and 5th place are within striking distance for Carson-Newman as it enters this weekend series with the Bulldogs. Henderson against Grapuso to open up our game and this weekend series here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Henderson winds. First pitch fastball at 90 miles per hour at 2:01 is a called strike. And we're off and running in this weekend series as both of these teams open the month of April, final month of the regular season, as Grapuso's all over a breaking ball. Out in front, swings it foul. Deep in foul ground and out of play quickly. 2 strikes on Wingate's leadoff batter, the right fielder. Leads Division II in walks this season. He has been walked a bunch this year as he takes a changeup away from Henderson to see his count go to 1-2. Grapuso has been walked 42 times this season. More than a walk per game drawn by the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs as he bounces a breaking ball foul down the first base line to stay alive at 1-2. Umpires for this series, Justin Crawford will call the balls and strikes in the opener. Matthew Preslar is the first base umpire, and Matthew Simpson is at third. As Henderson winds, and another 1-2 home to Grapuso as a hard chopper into the turf. Gibson will field to his left, and a laser of a throw to first is in time to get Wingate's right fielder to open up this series opener. Carson-Newman defensively has John O'Pierce next to Gibson on the left side of the infield. Gibson is at third as he just made that play. Pierce at short. Cole Nathan, Logan Floyd, the all-sack infielders at second base and first base respectively. Colton Evans makes his 9th start in left field with Braxton Smith back in center and Bradley Soto Diaz, Carson-Newman's right fielder, as Henderson's slider runs inside to Bowen Powell for ball 1. Carson Cochran back behind the plate to catch Henderson here in the opener. 19th start of the year for the redshirt sophomore. Behind the dish for Carson-Newman. 1-0 line from Henderson. Line drive to short past John O'Pierce and into left field for a base hit. Takes a funky hop. Gets away from Evans for a second. He'll throw to second base. Good throw. Nathan applies the tag. And the play is made. It almost worked out that the ball took a funky hop because Bowen Powell thought he had extra bases. But Colton Evans recovers out and left, and a great throw catches Bowen Powell trying to extend this single to extra bases. Great throw from Evans, and Cole Nathan was in perfect position to apply a tag there as well. So the game's first hit is a Powell single, but he's caught at second base trying to extend it to a double. And now there's 2 away as Tanner McCammon takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. McCammon has made 3 stops in 3 years in his college baseball career as he skies one out toward shallow right. Cole Nathan to the outfield grass is in position to make the catch. He leans back at the last second and catches the high pop-up to end the inning. 9 pitches for Christian Henderson and a 1-2-3 first here in Jefferson City. Carson-Newman bats for the first time in this series when we return to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here in Jefferson City, Tennessee, where Carson-Newman and Wingate are opening up a 3-game series. Wingate goes down in order in the first, and now Carson-Newman bats for the first time against Chad Harvey, one of the top pitchers in the South Atlantic Conference this season. Is the redshirt junior right-hander. He has a perfect 7-0 in 9 starts this year, and that 2.29 earned run average is the best among starting pitchers in the South Atlantic Conference this season. He does have a complete game shutout under his belt this season, 48 strikeouts in 51 innings. He'll go against this Carson-Newman lineup, which is very similar to last weekend's series opener. Colton Evans, Cole Nathan, Logan Floyd will lead it off. Bradley Soto Diaz, Sebastian Rodriguez, Aiden Gibson, 4 through 6 in the order. Braxton Smith, Carson Cochran, and Jono Pierce round out CN's lineup 1 through 9 against Chad Harvey, another really quality starting pitcher in this conference that Carson-Newman's already seen. Now they get to see Harvey, and he works from the stretch as he sets and pitches a softly hit ground ball by Evans to second, and making the play is Corville, moving to his right for out number 1. Evans aggressive and comes up with just a first pitch ground out to open this inning. Jake Corville at second base. His first baseman is Bowen Powell. The left side of the infield has Neil Griffin at shortstop. Tanner McCammon is the third baseman. Left to right in the outfield goes Karpowitz, Benamati, and Grapuso, with Bradley Hart, the catcher for Harvey, in this series opener. Cole Nathan stands in, takes first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Nathan hitting .283 this season for Carson-Newman, 13 runs batted in for the junior from Knoxville over his last 10 games. 13 of his 23 RBI have been in the last 10 as he lines a fastball back into the screen for strike 1. Another terrific day for baseball here in Jefferson City. First pitch temperature at 78. Could get up into the 80s at some point here today. Partly cloudy skies. Should be really good weather for tomorrow's doubleheader as well. Harvey sets the 1-1 to Nathan. Breaking ball across the plate. 75 miles per hour for strike 2 to Cole Nathan. Nathan has Carson-Newman's longest on-base streak by a Eagle this season. He's reached base safely in 21 straight games, bouncing between the 2nd and 5th spots in this batting order. He chases a fastball away. Harvey rings him up, swinging on his 91-mile-per-hour fastball, and there's 2 away. Good start for both these pitchers so far. And now Harvey against Logan Floyd with 2 away. Chad Harvey with 51 total innings this season. His complete game shutout was in a 7-inning run rule win over Lenore Ryan in the first conference series of the year, as his first pitch breaking ball is outside to Logan Floyd. Harvey, after that LR start, went on to have 2 more scoreless starts, where he opened conference play by not allowing a run in his first 19 1/3 innings. As he misses again to Floyd outside, it's 2-0. But he has been hit around a little bit in his last 4 starts. UVA-Wise scored 4 times on him. Mars Hill scored 3 times, and Catawba and each of the last 2 starts for Harvey, he's allowed 2 runs in those games. 2-0 fastball runs inside, and Floyd's got a favorable 3-0 count with 2 away and a scoreless opening inning between Carson-Newman and Wingate. Harvey's 51 total innings, obviously a team best, along with 48 strikeouts. 3-0, Floyd takes all the way and never really saw a good pitch. That one's outside as well, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Logan Floyd. With 2 away, Bradley Soto Diaz will bat. There is one thing that Harvey has struggled with and has been his command at times. Now 22 walks this season. That is a club high, and he's walked 3 or more in 4 straight starts. Soto Diaz is showing bunt early here, and now he pulls it back and takes a strike from Harvey at 89. You'll see teams, and especially Carson-Newman, do that often when an opposing pitcher has a struggle to find the strike zone. Now Soto Diaz is ready. The 0-1 set for Harvey. And the pitch to Soto Diaz. Thought about a breaking ball. Bradley Hart left it there. Thought he could get a called strike and said it's a ball, and the appeal is that Soto Diaz stayed back away from that low breaking ball. 1-1 count on Carson-Newman's cleanup batter here in the first. Eagles have their first runner at first and Floyd. 1-1 slider also runs outside. This one forces Hart to stab at it. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here in the opening inning on Bradley Soto Diaz. The transfer outfielder is making his 31st start in 34 games for the Eagles. A couple of home runs and 22 runs batted in. 2-1. Big swing by Soto Diaz. He comes up empty at Harvey's fastball. And the count evens at a pair of balls and strikes here in the bottom of the first inning with the Eagles and Bulldogs scoreless. Harvey's 2-2. Swing and a one-hop shot to the shortstop, and Griffin. He flips to Corville for the force out at second, and the inning's over. Both teams get a base runner in the opening inning, but we're scoreless after 1. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNeagles.com.
Christian Henderson back to work for Carson-Newman after pitching a scoreless opening inning. He'll face Ben Karpowitz, Jake Corville, and Neil Griffin, 4, 5, and 6. As we get set to start this top half of the second inning. Karpowitz is the cleanup batter with 11 home runs so far this year. First pitch of the inning, a big swing and a miss at a breaking ball from Henderson for strike 1. Henderson's scoreless first inning is now the 16th time in the last 17 games that Carson-Newman's pitched a scoreless inning. It's only allowed 1 run in its last 17 first innings as Karpowitz takes outside for a ball. Eagles have allowed just 1 run in first innings over the last 17 games. Pretty impressive mark there. Henderson's off to a good start. The 1-1 is another swing and a miss. Good breaking ball again. That one was even slower. His first swing and a miss that he got on Karpowitz was a 76-mile-per-hour pitch. That one came in at 72. And it's strike 2 on Wingate's cleanup batter to open the second. Henderson winds. The 1-2 fastball is outside. Henderson goes up to 91 with his fastball there to even the count on Karpowitz. Karpowitz hitting .353. 2-2, thought about a breaking ball. Cochran left it there, tried to frame it, but it was just outside. And it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Henderson a long look in, and now he's got the sign. Gets into his line and the payoff. Breaking ball lifted high into the air. Floyd trying to track it late, and he'll see it bang off the first base dugout out of play. Floyd got a late jump on it, but he never had a chance to actually make an effort to field that pop-up. And Karpowitz will wait on a seventh offering in his first at-bat. Three balls, two strikes. Henderson back on the slab. Here's his second payoff to Karpowitz. Breaking ball freezes the cleanup hitter for called strike three. Karpowitz swung and missed at a couple of sliders and then watched that one go by for called strike three. And a sophomore Henderson has his first strikeout. Really good breaking ball. Karpowitz was fooled by it. And now the five-hitter Jake Corville with one away. First pitch to Wingate's second baseman is breaking ball outside for ball one. Corville hitting .390 this year. 36 runs batted in for the junior infielder. Has 53 total hits, second most on the team this year. 1-0. Fastball driven foul. Late swing from Corville. And it's a ball and a strike with one away and a scoreless top half of the second. Henderson going up against a Wingate offense that leads the conference in almost every offensive category. 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball misses outside for ball two. They lead the league in scoring, averaging just shy of 10 runs per game. Does this Wingate offense. Most hits in the league with 402. Most home runs with 49. 2-1 swing and a miss by Corville at a slider, and it's 2-2 count with one away. The Bulldogs lead the conference in on-base percentage at nearly 45%. They also lead the conference in stolen bags with 76 as Corville checks his swing and flares it to right. Soto Diaz tracking it down near the line and makes the running catch knee-high for the second out of the inning. Corville had a nice little poke there, even if it was an 80% effort on his swing. And Soto Diaz tracks it down for out number two. Neil Griffin bats with two away and nobody aboard for the Bulldogs. This offense that Jeff Gregory's team has also is tied for first in batting average at .331 as a team this year. Fastball outside for ball one to Neil Griffin. Just the 10th start of the year for Neil Griffin. Mitch missed much of early February. He's back into this lineup and playing a lot here in March as this one's hit on the ground. Floyd backhands, flips to Henderson, and the play is made, and the inning is over. Down go the Bulldogs in order. Christian Henderson, 3 up, 3 down in the second. Eagles back to work on offense after this.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, where Carson-Newman and Wingate are scoreless here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Carson-Newman's offense will bring 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Sebastian Rodriguez, Aiden Gibson, and Braxton Smith will be the 3 scheduled hitters for Carson-Newman here in the second inning. Rodriguez has been really good since starting to get a lot of opportunity. All of his appearances, except for one in his Carson-Newman career now, came in that month of March, and he's recorded multiple RBI in 5 straight games that he has played in. He leads off against Harvey here in the second. First pitch home is a fastball at 90 miles per hour for a strike. Rodriguez hitting .302, and in this entire Carson-Newman lineup, everybody but John Pierce in the 9 spot. Eagles have everybody hitting above .280. Swing and a miss. And another fastball by Rodriguez from Harvey, and it's 0-2 to begin the home half of the second inning. Carson-Newman's had tons of success scoring runs in the second inning. The Eagles have scored 58 second-inning runs this season. Breaking ball is a swing and a miss by Rodriguez. Good pitch mix by Harvey with 2 fastballs and then a changeup by Rodriguez for swinging strike 3. 1 away, and now Aiden Gibson. Eagles have scored 58 runs in second innings this year. The closest inning to that mark is 28 first-inning runs. Aiden Gibson will try to get things rolling in this second inning offensively for Carson-Newman as he bats against Harvey for the first time. Harvey's first offering is a high fastball for ball 1. Aiden Gibson coming off an 8-for-12 weekend against Newberry. Nobody in the conference had a better batting average than the senior infielder last week. And Gibson's .750 mark in 3 games. He golfs one foul on a fastball to make it strike 1. Overall in his last 4, Gibson is 11 of 16 at the plate and has boosted his batting average all the way up to .287. Much of his senior year he's hit below .230, but this recent surge has put him up to near a .300 hitter entering this final month of the regular season. 1-1 fastball from Harvey is a strike, and he's ahead on Gibson 1-2. '30th start of the year for Gibson. One of 5 Eagles with 20 runs batted in or more this year. 1-2 home. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Another one that was breaking below the zone and has the Eagles coming up empty on Harvey's slider. A couple of strikeouts to open the second for Chad Harvey, and now he goes against Braxton Smith. Chad Harvey does have that strikeout stuff. He's already got 3 strikeouts in the first 6 batters he's faced. As his first pitch slider to Braxton Smith misses inside for ball 1. Harvey has not surpassed more than 4 strikeouts in each of his last 3 starts, but does have as many as 10 in an outing this year. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Smith rolls it softly to the left side. It is Griffin on the run, throwing across the diamond, and the play is made. He cut off the third baseman, McCammon, to make the play, and Harvey and Henderson trade 1-2-3 second innings. We head to the third, scoreless in the series opener between Carson-Newman and Wingate on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Good day to have the lawn chairs out to watch some baseball here in Jefferson City 2 days before Easter. Carson-Newman and Wingate fans enjoying some baseball between 2 teams that are having great seasons. Wingate hoping to make it back to the NCAA tournament up against a Carson-Newman team that's coming off an NCAA appearance. from last season. Both teams with 20 or more wins as well. Christian Henderson starts the third against Jalen Evans. First pitch slider is across the plate, upper part of the zone, for a called strike to Jalen Evans, who reaches base more than 52% of the time. He's hitting .414, a team best this year. He takes below the zone on a fastball, and it's a 1-1 count. Appeal says Evans held back. Jalen Evans, in the midst of a 5-game hitting streak, has had up to an 8-game hitting streak at one point this year. Rolls one sharply to third. Gibson stabs at it and will take his time and throw it across the diamond for out number 1. Good stuff from Christian Henderson here as he navigates this third inning. Still the first time through this Wingate order. Evans retired, and there's one away for Bradley Hart, Wingate's catcher. If you don't count the single in the first inning now, Henderson's retired 5 straight Bulldogs. The reason he got Bowen Powell for that second out was Carson-Newman's defensive play. Evans threw out Powell at second base in that frame as Bradley Hart takes fastball high for ball 1. Hart, the catcher for the Bulldogs in this series opener, takes a breaking ball in the inner half for a called strike. Hart this season hitting .258, 19 starts behind the plate for Jeff Gregory's team, most of any catcher on the club. This one's hit sharply. Cole Nathan sliding effort, ball gets away, he sticks with it, throws to first, and the play is not made in time. Sliding in head first is Bradley Hart, and he will have himself an infield single. Great effort by Cole Nathan to stick with the play, but just barely did not have enough time. Hart also sliding in may have helped him there. Nathan just had it go a little bit out of his glove after making the diving effort, and Hart was able to get that left hand in there, sliding head first to get there safely. Now Henderson's first pitch to Benamati is outside for ball 1. This is Wingate's freshman center fielder. Has had a great year, hitting .322. Basically Wingate's everyday center fielder. Swings and fouls one back for strike 1. Second one-out hit for Wingate, and the first time somebody will actually run the bases. Powell had a single, was thrown out at second base, so Hart is really Wingate's first runner of the day. 1-1 set. The pitch home is a breaking ball that stays above the hands to Benamati, and it's ball 2. This is a Wingate team that will not show much small ball. One of the lower marks in terms of sack bunts this year. 2-1 breaking balls a strike to the 9-hitter. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bulldogs only have, as a team this year, 8 sacrifice bunts, second fewest in the conference. 2-2 set. Henderson pitches a high fastball up to 92 miles per hour. Forced Cochran to leap out of his stance to keep that one from the backstop. And the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wingate has traffic for the first time against Henderson here in the third with 1 away. The righty sets and pitches. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. That slider has been really good for Christian Henderson so far today. His second strikeout, he gets Benamati swinging, and there's 2 away for the leadoff batter, and Gavin Grupuso. Henderson threw it basically right down the middle, but he got Benamati off balance for the second out. 2 strikeouts for Christian Henderson, 2 outs in the third. And now a pick to first base. Again, this is a Wingate team that does lead the conference in stolen bases, but it really is just 3 guys that will steal all the bases. Grupuso batting has a team best 25, which is also the most in the conference as he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Jalen Evans has 21. That's 46 stolen bags. And then Benamati, the 9-hitter, has 18. So 64 of their 76 stolen bases are between 3 players. 0-1 set for Henderson. He pauses and now offers another breaking ball. This one stays outside. Ball on a strike on Wingate's right fielder. Grupuso grounded out to open the game in the first. One of just 2 left-handed batters in this Bulldogs lineup this weekend, or at least in the opener. 1-1. Fastball gets away from Cochran. Ran inside as well, and so Bradley Hart will jog up to second base for what is going to be ruled for now a wild pitch to allow Wingate to get a runner in scoring position for the first time today. First runner in scoring position for either side. It comes in the top of the third in a scoreless game. 2-1. Breaking ball stays outside, 3 balls and a strike. Henderson operating with 2 outs here in this inning. Opponents have hit just .270 with 2 outs against the sophomore righty. 3-1, swing and a miss. Big hack by Rapuso, and he comes up empty. Henderson's got that fastball up to 92 today. Multiple times in this inning, and he's worked the count full. Looking for another scoreless frame against the top offense in the South Atlantic Conference this season. A 3-2 pause in the pitch home. Fastball line down the left field line. The game's first run will score. Bradley Hart will jog home and into second base with a 2-out double is Gavin Grapuso taking it the other way. Wingate leads 1-0 on Gavin Grapuso's 6th double of the season. And for now, the run will be unearned as that wild pitch was initially given a wild pitch. It's going to be a passed ball, and so the run is unearned for now as Bowen Powell, the first baseman, swings and misses, and a slider from Henderson for strike 1. Good 2-strike, 2-out hitting from Wingate's leadoff guy, and now the Bulldogs will try to add some more here in the third. Pretty extended lead at second for Grapuso as Powell lifts one out toward left field. Colton Evans is going back near the wall. It hits off the wall halfway up. Powell will take Grapuso's spot at second base. He's in there standing up with another 2-out double. Back-to-back 2-out doubles here from the Bulldogs here in the third. Grapuso scores, and it's 2-0. Ninth double of the year for Bowen Powell, adding to his team best now 55 hits this year. Good swing from the lefty at the plate. Evans had no chance to catch it. It hit halfway up the wall. And now Tanner McCammon with 2 away. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. Consecutive 2-out doubles for the Bulldogs in this third inning. Extended lead for Powell as Henderson goes home with a fastball for strike 1. Not that Cole Nathan's play was an error, but imagine if that ball doesn't just sneak away from his glove as he made a diving effort. It just popped out and rolled far enough away that he couldn't get the throw to first in time. And if he makes that play, there's 2 outs on the board, and then the 9-hitter's up. And Benamati, who struck out as McCammon fouls one off at the plate for strike 2. Not that this inning has extended because of that Nathan play, but a play that he has made so often, it seems, whether it be diving or sliding efforts. Just had the ball get away from his glove just a bit. That infield singles helped get things going. 1-2 breaking ball, rolled foul toward the Eagles' dugout at third. And the count stays 1-2 on Tanner McCammon. McCammon spent his first college baseball season at Elon. Only played 21 games, hit .227. Spent last year at Appalachian State in the Sun Belt. Hit .229 in 26 games. Now with Wingate, and swings and misses at a Henderson slider for strike 3. A couple of strikeouts in the third, but consecutive 2-out doubles from Grapuso and Powell have Wingate up 2-0 after 2.5. Bulldogs strike first in the series opener here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Two 2-0 Wingate. Consecutive two-out doubles have the Bulldogs ahead 2-0 on Carson-Newman. As Carson Cochran, John Pierce will bat for the first time against Chad Harvey, with Colton Evans due up third for the Eagles in the third. Cochran hitting .364. He's been really good in conference play, and especially in that month of March that saw Carson-Newman win 12 games to carry a lot of momentum into the month of April here as Harvey comes set for the first pitch of the third inning. It's an outside fastball to Cochran for ball one. Carson Cochran, the redshirt sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee, hitting .385 in conference play. He hit a team best .433 in the month of March. 1-0, hit right back in the middle, off Chad Harvey and into right field for a base hit. It would have been a base hit up the middle, but it hit off Harvey's lower legs, probably near his shins, and then bounced into right field for a base hit. Carson-Newman's first hit is a hard hit ball by Carson Cochran. Looked like he got almost his left calf maybe as he had turned around after the pitch. Hit so hard off his calf as well and got away from Corvo at second and into right field. So Cochran continues his success at the plate. And now John Pierce with the leadoff batter aboard for the Eagles. Harvey sets at the bell. First one to Pierce, high and inside for a ball. Pierce hitting .234 this year for the Eagles, 4 RBI. And has 18 career hits with the orange and blue in his first season. Transferring in, breaking ball runs outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The count on John Pierce as the Eagles try to match Wingate or do better in this third inning. The Bulldogs scored both of their third inning runs with 2 outs. Eagles showing some early life here in the bottom half of the third. 2-0 set for Harvey. Pierce shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes an elevated fastball for ball 3. Again, Harvey has struggled at times to be consistently in the zone. Traffic has certainly aided that inability too, and that's what the Eagles have done here early in the third. 3-0 to Pierce is a fastball for strike one. Harvey has walked at least one guy now in all 10 of his starts this year. Trying to work from behind against the 9-hitter Pierce here in the third with Cochran at first and nobody out. 3-1. Inside fastball for ball 4. Harvey a little frustrated as he tosses his right hand in the air in frustration. 5-pitch walk, and the Eagles have 2 on and nobody out to open the third. Cochran moves to second base. Well, let's see what Carson-Newman will do in their first real opportunity to score. Most of the time, head coach Tom Griffin will lean toward moving these runners into scoring position and giving Cole Nathan and Logan Floyd 2 at-bats, 1 each, to drive in the runs. We'll see if Colton Evans is asked to do that here in the third. First and second, nobody out. Wingate expecting it. Evans shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes an inside fastball. And Harvey again reacts negatively after missing the zone. 1-0 the count. Evans hitting .296 for the Eagles. Corners playing in for the Dogs. 1-0. Evans shows bunt again, bunts it right back to the pitcher, Harvey. Good bunt. Harvey bobbles it, though, and there won't be a throw. Evans was certainly trying to lay down a sac bunt, certainly. There has not been an official scoring as Harvey bobbles the ball. It was a really good bunt by Colton Evans. It was back to the pitcher, who had to come straight off the mound, but he never really got it out of his mitt. It just plopped out of there. And the bases are loaded for Carson-Newman in the third. Carson Cochran to third, Pierce at second, and now Evans at first. For now, it's been scored as an infield bunt single for Colton Evans. To load the bases, Cole Nathan takes low and inside for ball one. Cole Nathan batting for the second time against Harvey. Struck out in the first inning against the redshirt junior righty. 1-0 to Nathan. Low fastball and away, 2-0. Carson-Newman has had so much struggle this year with the bases loaded. The Eagles have just 12 hits with the bases loaded. It's time's called, and Wingate is going to let Harvey regroup here, and one of the assistant coaches will go out to the mound and talk things over with their ace in Harvey. With 2 balls and no strikes, and the bases loaded here in the third inning. The Eagles have loaded them up. Cochran, Pierce, and Evans have all reached. And we'll see what this visit does for Harvey and his mindset as he goes back to work in the home half of this third inning. Eagles did not huddle up during that mound visit. Instead, stay in their positions out on the bases. And Nathan will get ready to stand back in. Wingate leads Carson-Newman 2-0 in the third. Eagles threatening, bases loaded, nobody out here in the third. 2-0 set and Harvey pitches. Fastball, Nathan late on it, fouls it back into the screen for strike one. Eagles have, again, 12 hits this year with the bases loaded, hitting just a .188, which is by far the lowest mark since 2012. Eagles have never had a season with the bases loaded hitting below .230. 2-1 to Nathan. Swing and a line drive to right. Grapuso moving back to the wall, leaps up and makes a terrific catch. It'll be a sacrifice fly. Cochran and Pierce tag up. Cochran scores, Pierce goes to third. It's 2-1. Nathan really squared that baseball up, and if it wasn't for a leaping catch in right at the wall from Gavin Grapuso, it would have been extra bases. Instead, it's a sac fly for Nathan to plate Carson-Newman's first run of the day. Really good swing, but an even better defensive play in right. Terrific catch. Evans stays put at first base. Pierce now at third. Corners occupied, one away in a 2-1 game for Logan Floyd. Harvey sets and pitches a slider away for a ball. Floyd was walked on 4 pitches back in the first against Harvey. He's yet to see a strike from the redshirt junior righty. 1-0 count. The pitch to Floyd. Elevated slider. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Floyd is Carson-Newman's best hitter this year, hitting .398. He's reached base 50% of the time and has a team best 38 runs batted in. 2-0 pitch on the way. Floyd ready for it. Hits it off the end of his bat foul. Harvey came right at him with a 91-mile-per-hour heater for strike one on the foul ball. Colton Evans' bunt will go down as a sacrifice and a fielding error by Harvey. So just 1 hit so far in the third for Carson-Newman. That's why Evans is at first. 2-1. Breaking ball stays inside. Never really moved back toward the plate. And it's a 3-1 count on Logan Floyd here in the third. Carson-Newman head coach Tom Griffin gives signals to his runners. Floyd steps out for a second and now back into the batter's box as Harvey looks in and now he steps off. Harvey's got an issue. He's pointing down at his left wrist saying, my pitch comm potentially isn't working. And so that will delay the action for a second. Home plate umpire Justin Crawford going to go check it out with Harvey, and the pitching coach for the Bulldogs as well will try to reconnect things. They're going to switch out watches. It's already been a rough inning for Chad Harvey. He tossed a 1-2-3 second inning. The Eagles really had minimal traffic through the first two, but here in the third, the Eagles have gone single walk error to load the bases. A Nathan sac fly has put a run on the board, and now Floyd trying to add to it. 3-1 set for Harvey. Evans takes off from first. He'll be able to stay there because Floyd takes outside and low for ball 4. Logan Floyd's been walked twice now in 2 at-bats, and the bases are loaded for a second time in the third inning for Bradley Soto Diaz. Eagles down a run, trying to continue to cut into this deficit now. They've got one back in this frame. Soto Diaz will try to add to it. Bases loaded, 1 out for Carson-Newman's right fielder, who takes outside for ball 1. Just 20 strikes for Chad Harvey in 42 pitches. He's walked 3 Eagles, 2 in this inning. 1-0 pause for the right-hander. Inside and low, and some of these pitches aren't even close. That one well inside. The other one, the one before to Soto Diaz, the first in his at-bat, was well outside. And that's with this fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Bases loaded for the Eagles here in the bottom of the third. Harvey pitches to Soto Diaz, a fastball that Soto Diaz fouls off. 2-1 count. Sometimes as a hitter, it's almost challenging to hit in situations like this when Harvey and a pitcher is struggling to find the zone. You want to be ready for that pitch, but you also do not want to help the pitcher out. Out on the mound, 2-1, stays inside, nearly hits Soto Diaz, who had to shrug away from it. And it's a 3-1 count. Harvey has not had multiple strikes on a Carson-Newman hitter in the third inning. 3-1 to Soto Diaz. Swing and a drive to right, nearing the line. Grapuso going back. He is going to make the catch on the run. Tagging from third is John O'Pierce. Evans will move from second to third. 2 sac flies for Carson-Newman with the bases loaded here in the third have leveled the score at 2. Soto Diaz drives in his 23rd run of the year. Evans to third, Pierce scores. Floyd stays put at first, and now Sebastian Rodriguez as the Bulldogs run a couple of guys out toward the bullpen and right. Well, from Wingate's perspective, I think you would take it as a win to give up just 2 sac flies to this point with the bases loaded in those no-out and 1-out situations as Rodriguez comes up empty out in front of that slider for strike 1. Rodriguez struck out against Harvey in the second. Eagles trying to prolong this third. Corner is occupied with 2 outs. Rodriguez takes outside for ball 1. We mentioned Carson-Newman's struggles with the bases loaded, and they've had productive at-bats now with the bases loaded twice, but just have not been able to come up with maybe that one big swing that clears the bases and plates 3. Instead, just 2 sac flies have tied the game as Floyd takes off for second. This pitch is a swing and a miss by Rodriguez. No throw to second, so Floyd slides in safely. A ball and 2 strikes now on Carson-Newman's designated hitter, Sebastian Rodriguez. Two-2 game in the third. Both teams have scored twice in the third. 1-2 to Rodriguez. Slider rings him up for called strike 3. And the inning is over. Harvey gets out of the jam. He walked 2 Eagles in the frame, but just 2 sac flies are why Carson-Newman scores twice in the third. We're tied at 2 after 3 here in Jeff City on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Lite is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Lite. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilite.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Two runs for each of these two South Atlantic Conference schools in the third. Wingate scores twice in the third on two consecutive two-out doubles. Carson-Newman scores twice in the third with two sacrifice flies. With the bases loaded, and now Wingate goes back to work here to start the fourth with its cleanup hitter, Ben Karpowitz, the Campbell transfer, standing in for the second time as he lines one sharply to left. Evans going back, and he'll make the catch, positioned well on a hard-hit ball. 107 miles per hour off the bat of Ben Karpowitz, right to Evans, though, for out number one. It's part of baseball. You can hit a ball so well, but if it goes right to somebody, there's nothing you can really do about it except just move on and get ready to swing the bat the next time you have the opportunity to, as Karpowitz lines out for the first out. And now Jake Corville with one away on one pitch. All righty, Henderson back to work. First pitch to Corville is a breaking ball for a strike. Wingate leads this all-time series 64-47 and is making just its second trip to Jefferson City in the last 9 seasons. Nothing in one line from Henderson. His fastball jams Corville a little bit. It's a grounder through the left side, a base hit, or up the middle past the diving Pierce and into center field. Jake Corville has his first hit to extend his hitting streak to 6 straight. And the Bulldogs have a one-out single from their second baseman. Pitch was inside, but Corville strong enough to pound it back up the middle for a one-out single. And now Neil Griffin. Henderson pauses. First one to Wingate's shortstop's a fastball outside for ball one. Wingate's last trip to Jefferson City, the Bulldogs were number 1 in the country and swept the Eagles 8-2, 4-2, and 8-4 that season. Here's a breaking ball that's lifted into the gap in left center field. Evans after it dives, can't make the play. It will roll all the way to the wall. Braxton Smith after it will throw it in quickly, and Jeff Gregory and company will stop the runners at second and third. It's a one-out double for Griffin. Corville goes to third. Good swing by Neil Griffin. And the Bulldogs, just like that, a couple of swings here in the fourth. And they have 2 in scoring position for Jalen Evans. Evans with great effort, but was just out of his reach to make a diving effort. 6th hit now from Wingate against Christian Henderson. Corners play in as Evans waits on the first pitch and takes breaking ball away. Carson-Newman has not won a series against Wingate since 2017. It's the last time the Eagles defeated the Bulldogs in a conference series. That was here in Jefferson City. Eagles swept the Bulldogs in 2017 as Evans rolls one foul down the line and left for strike one. These two teams did not play a regular season series last year. Last time they played a conference series was in late April of the 2024 season. Wingate won the first 2 games, and Carson-Newman won the finale 2-1. 1-1 breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike on Evans. These two teams met last year at the conference tournament. Wingate defeated Carson-Newman in the first game of the tournament 8-1, and then the Eagles got the Bulldogs back later in the losers bracket at Lenore-Ryan last year, winning 7-6. 2-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball from Henderson by Evans. Back up to 91 on the gun for strike 2. More traffic for the Bulldogs. Back-to-back innings. They've put multiple guys on base, trying to regain a lead here in the fourth. Infield comes in, 2-2. Breaking ball is popped high into the air. Braxton Smith going all the way back to the wall. He is going to get to the wall, and it's over the wall. It's gone. Jalen Evans, a 2-strike, 3-run shot to straightaway center, and the Bulldogs lead 5-2. Fourth home run of the year for Jalen Evans. 5-2 Wingate in the fourth. Fifth home run that Christian Henderson has allowed this year. Evans hit it very high, and gusty winds today up to 15 miles per hour helped push it out of the park as well. And now Henderson overthrows a fastball high and inside for a ball to Bradley Hart. Single, double, home run for the Bulldogs, and they've got their 50th as a team this season to lead the conference as Carson Cochran's going to go chat with Henderson here. With one away, Eagles have some guys starting to make their way to the bullpen here in this fourth inning. Bradley Hart, the 8-hitter, is batting with Reed Benamati, the 9-hitter, after Bradley Hart here in the fourth. Henderson trying to get back into a groove. 1-0 to Hart. Bounces into the turf for ball 2. That's how important those Carson-Newman offensive chances were, going up against the best offense in the South Atlantic Conference. Sac flies were quality at-bats ultimately, but didn't drive in multiple runs as Hart swings and misses for strike 1. And those are the types of situations that offenses need to put together results that help put up some crooked numbers. Evans has done that with one swing to put 3 on the board so far, as this one's a slow roller to short. John O'Pierce attacks the ball, grabs it, and throws out Bradley Hart for out number 2. 2 away, and now Reed Benamati with 2 outs, and the 9-hitter bats in the fourth with Wingate back up 5-2. Benamati, Wingate's center fielder, 0 for 1, struck out against Henderson last half inning. First one from Henderson runs inside for ball 1. Sophomore Henderson has now allowed 5 earned runs, most earned runs he's allowed in a start this season, as his breaking ball gets a swing and a miss for strike 1. Henderson had allowed 4 runs or less in 5 of his 8 starts this year. Breaking ball is off the plate. It's 2 balls and a strike. Now Wingate scored 5 times, twice in the third and 3 in the fourth on Jalen Evans' 3-run shot. 2-1 to Benamati. Bounces away for ball 3. Hitters count for the 9-hitter Benamati here in the fourth, with Bulldogs up 5-2. 3-1 from Henderson, swing and a miss at what probably was ball 4, but a good slider. Gets a swing and a miss from the freshman, and it's strike 2. Payoff from Henderson, slider, backdoors Benamati for strike 3 looking. Back-to-back outs to wrap up the fourth, but Wingate's 3-run home run from Jalen Evans, Wingate's 50th home run as a team this year, puts the Bulldogs up 5-2 after 3.5 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Carson-Newman trails again here on the Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles trailed 2-0 after 2.5. Got two back in the bottom half of the third, but a 3-run Jalen Evans home run has put Wingate back in front 5-2. That was a top of the fourth inning home run. Now the Eagles go back to work offensively in the home half of the fourth. Aiden Gibson, Braxton Smith, and Carson Cochran are Carson-Newman's three scheduled hitters. Here in the fourth inning, we've had runs in 3 consecutive half innings. See if the Eagles can extend that with runs in the fourth. Gibson will lead off against Harvey, struck out against him in the second. First pitch from Harvey in the inning is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. 50 pitches for Chad Harvey to get through 3 innings so far. 3 innings, just 1 hit allowed, but he's walked 3 and has only found the strike zone on just under half his pitches now. 1-0 set, and the pitch to Gibson is a fastball that's popped up nearing foul ground. It's Powell running halfway up the hill. Corville gives it a run as well, and neither come up with it. Garpuso, the right fielder, was looking, but he never really made a strong effort to get it. It's the 2 infielders ranging in foul ground. And ultimately lands foul 3/4 of the way up the hill. Gibson will go grab his bat again and stand back in for a 1-1. The Eagles 20-13 overall this year, 10-11 in the league. The Eagles have only been .500 in conference play for a game. That was by winning the middle game of the series against Newberry over the weekend. 1-1. Breaking ball, Gibson waits and pops it foul for strike 2. Then the Eagles lost the finale to Newberry last Saturday, and so that's why Carson-Newman's 10-11 in the league. And they've been 7th place in the conference for 3 consecutive weekends. Trying to make a move up this weekend. 1-2 from Harvey. Breaking ball popped high into the air. It is in fair territory. First baseman Powell backs up a hair to make the catch just before the first base bag. And Gibson now 0 for 2. And there's 1 away in the fourth. Here comes Braxton Smith. The Eagles enter the weekend 2.5 games back of 6th place Marsville, 4 games back of 5th, 5 games back of 4th, and 5.5 from 3rd. And then the Bulldogs of Wingate are 6 ahead of Carson-Newman. That's the difference between 2nd and 7th place. First pitch fastball to Braxton Smith is a strike. That's what makes this series so significant. Certainly the Eagles have 3 left, 9 games after this weekend left in league play. But if you can go take 2 or 3 from Wingate, that would be critical to helping Carson-Newman continue making a surge up the standings as Smith fouls one back for strike 2. 0-2 the count on Braxton Smith. Carson-Newman's center fielder hitting .336 this year. He's behind 0-2 on Harvey. The righty pauses and now pitches. Fastball that Smith just barely swings at late and gets a foul ball. Meanwhile, Wingate has only lost 2 conference series this year. They got the middle game against Catawba, who's in first place, and they won the opener against third place Lenore-Rhine. 0-2 set for Harvey. The pitch to Smith. Good breaking ball. It drops below the zone. Smith stays away for ball 1. So the Bulldogs have lost to the 2 teams that they're closest with in the league standings, which will make it difficult for Wingate to be able to go into first. They're 2 full games back of Catawba and don't win the tiebreaker. 1-2. Breaking ball stays across the plate. Smith bounces to third. Up with it is McCammon. His throw's a little high, but Powell snares it in for out number 2. Couple of ground outs for Braxton Smith. There's 2 away in the fourth for Carson Cochran. (5-2) the score. Wingate leads Carson-Newman here in the fourth. Harvey sets, and he pitches to Cochran, a breaking ball for a strike. Cochran's Carson-Newman's catcher, and he has the Eagles' only hit through 3+ innings so far. Eagles being out hit 7-1 so far. Harvey sets at the belt. Next one to Cochran is a good slider. Inside corner for strike 2. Nothing in 2 on Cochran as Harvey looks to post a second 1-2-3 frame. Bulldogs up 5-2, trying to get a shutdown inning here in the 4th after scoring 3 times in the top half. Breaking ball into the turf, gets away from Hart. For ball 1. Ball 2 strike count. First base coach Trey Miller looks on as Carson-Newman tries to get some late offense here in the 4th. 1-2. Floater in the infield. Powell backing up. Corville calls him off and makes the catch for out number 3. Chad Harvey's tossed 1-2-3 innings in the even numbered frames. It's Wingate 5 and Carson-Newman 2 after 4 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
5-2 game. Wingate ahead of Carson-Newman as we get ready to start the top of the 5th inning on an 80-degree day here in Jefferson City. Weather's been great for Carson-Newman during this homestand. This is the 5th of 8 straight for Carson-Newman at home. They'll play 2 tomorrow with the Bulldogs and then host Trevecca Nazarene on Tuesday afternoon to end an 8-game homestand, the longest of the year, with a 5-game homestand later this month looming as well for a Carson-Newman team that is 9-7 here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Top of the order for the Bulldogs against Christian Henderson here in the 5th. Gavin Capuzzo leads off with Bowen Powell and Tanner McCammon to follow. Third time through the order for Henderson as he starts the inning with a breaking ball inside for ball 1. Henderson has not walked anybody, and he's up against a Wingate offense that's drawn a Division II best 228 walks as a club this season. Henderson evens the count with a fastball for a strike. That mark averages out to more than 6 walks drawn by this offense per game this season. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss big, swing and a miss by Capuzzo for strike 2, and it's has nothing to do really with caliber of opponents. Bulldogs have already played nationally ranked Catawba and Lenore-Ryan. They've played midweek games against Belmont Abbey recently, Mount Olive, among other teams that have been really good so far in the region. As Capuzzo fouls one off to stay alive. Quality plate discipline has helped this Wingate team get base runners, and then the home run tally that's up to 50 for the year. It's helped lead this club to 26 wins as Capuzzo takes an outside fastball to see the count level up at a pair of balls and strikes. And it's really 1 through 9. Everybody's a threat. It was the 7-hitter Evans that went yard in the 4th to give Wingate the lead back. Breaking ball stays outside on a 2-2, and the count is full on Wingate's right fielder. Gavin Capuzzo started the scoring for the Bulldogs with the 2-out double down the left field line in the 3rd. 3-2 from Henderson. Breaking ball popped foul behind home. See if Henderson can win this battle against Grapuso. Could be a big out. Remember, Grapuso leads the conference in stolen bases. Don't want to put him on to start the frame. 3-2. Line drive to right field for a base hit. Soto Diaz will track it down and limit Grapuso to a single. He's got 2 hits and 3 at-bats, and the Bulldogs have the leadoff guy on for the first time today. Bulldogs were 0 for 4 in at-bats to lead off frames until Grapuso's leadoff single here in the 5th. And now Bowen Powell. Henderson making a second straight series opening start. Eagles moved Ryan Higgins back to the Game 2 starter last weekend as Henderson sees Powell bounce one foul down the right field line for strike 1. That was because Higgins threw a later bullpen than he usually would, and so just based on rest, they wanted to give Henderson the Friday start last weekend, and based on the number of rest days as well, no reason to move Higgins back up a start. The Eagles will pitch Higgins tomorrow and kept Higgins in this series opener. 0-1's floated into foul ground. Gibson and Evans after it, and it lands out of play for strike 2. A long foul ball by Powell, who's behind 0-2 now. Bowen Powell also with multiple hits for the Bulldogs so far. He's 2 for 2. A first inning single and a third inning double. Him and Grapuso went back-to-back with 2-out doubles to plate 2 to start the Wingate scoring today. 0-2 set. Runner takes off from first. Pitch is outside for a ball. Throw down from Cochran's a good one, and he's out at second. A terrific tag by Pierce, and for just the second time this season, Gavin Grapuso is caught stealing. Terrific play by Carson Cochran. It was a great throw, and Pierce tags the runner out. Hard to tell from our high angle. The umpire was actually in the way of it. Looks like he definitely was safe there from that third base angle that we had towards second. Instead, it's 1 out, and now another 1-2 is fouled off by Powell. Nobody aboard for the Bulldogs after Grapuso caught stealing for just the second time this season. And now Powell stands back in for another 1-2 with Henderson at 80 pitches in his 9th start of the year. 1-2 pause in the pitch home. Breaking ball lifted high out toward left center field. Braxton Smith goes back to the wall. He runs out of room, and Wingate's got a second home run in as many innings. Bowen Powell's 8th of the year extends Wingate's lead to 6-2 in the 5th. Bowen Powell is a triple away from the cycle in the 5th. Single, double, home run against Christian Henderson so far. One-out batter is now the 3-hitter McCammon, and the Bulldogs have team home run 51, adding on to their league best mark. Henderson misses with a fastball outside for ball 1. I guess the only positive you could take away is that caught stealing as Cochran's throw back to Henderson gets away and goes into center field. The Eagles retrieve the ball and give it back to their starting pitcher. Only positive I guess you can take away is that caught stealing, instead of it being a 2-run shot, it's a solo home run. So the Eagles do save a run by Cochran's caught stealing there of Grapuso at second, as back-to-back pitches have missed low and outside from Henderson. And it's 2-0. Henderson probably going to be asked to try to get through this 5th inning if he can. And the Eagles can find a way to get the next 12 outs in this game. Trailing 6-2. 4 straight runs have been scored by Wingate as McCammon bounces one foul down the line at third. And the Bulldogs now have scored in 3 straight half innings after being blanked in the first 2. McCammon, the 1-out batter. The conference's leader in RBI, has exactly 50 this year and takes outside for ball 3. Hitters count for Wingate's third baseman here in the fifth with one away. Henderson winds and offers the pitch, and it's a slider roped down the left field line. It is hooking, and it is a foul ball. Matthew Simpson, the third base umpire, all over it and says it's a foul ball. Wingate's third base coach expressing some displeasure with that call. McCammon never stopped running. He was 3/4 of the way to second base and realized it was foul. Get another look at it. Looks like it just barely goes left of the left field line. Certainly would have been extra bases. Instead, a long walk back to home for McCammon to wait on a Henderson payoff. Ball 4. Slider missed outside, and it's the first walk issued by the sophomore righty Henderson. And the Bulldogs have more traffic here in the fifth for Ben Karpowitz. 3 straight have now reached base safely to start this fifth inning. The only out was a caught stealing. Karpowitz 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout against Henderson as he rolls one softly to short. Pierce goes to second for 1. Nathan's throw back to first in time. Inning over. Much needed 6-4-3 turn by Carson-Newman's infield, but the Bulldogs score again. A solo home run from Bowen Powell, the second home run in as many innings for the Dogs. Have them up 6-2 after 4.5 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Four straight runs have been scored by Wingate. 3 in the fourth, another in the top half of this fifth inning on a Bowen Powell solo home run. And the Bulldogs lead 6-2. Carson-Newman will try to end this scoring stretch from the Bulldogs and cut into a 4-run deficit with John Pierce, Colton Evans, and Cole Nathan set to bat for the Eagles in the fifth inning. Carson-Newman had a really good offensive third inning. Only had 1 hit to score 2 runs, but loaded the bases twice. But unfortunately, he only was able to score 2 runs on 2 sacrifice flies from Nathan and Soto Diaz. Chad Harvey limited the damage and goes back to work and opens the fourth inning with a fastball that Pierce lines foul off to the right side. Those situations, Carson-Newman had productive at-bats, but didn't get that big single or base hit to drive in pair of multiple runs to make it more than just a 2-run third inning. And against one of the better offenses, that has come back to hunt them early so far in this game. Harvey's 0-1. Stays high and inside to Pierce. And it's 1-1. John Pierce helps start that 6-4-3 inning ending double play to end that fifth inning, and now bats to lead off the home half of the fifth. 1-1. He reaches out and golfs one high into the infield. The third baseman, McCammon, calls off the pitcher, Harvey, and makes the catch. That is consecutive infield pop flies by Carson-Newman, spanning innings. 1 away for the leadoff batter, Evans. Chad Harvey has now settled in very nicely. He struck out Sebastian Rodriguez to end that third inning, and starting with that at-bat, he's retired 5 straight Eagles. longest stretch of his 10th start of the year. First pitch breaking ball, a strike to Colton Evans at 73 miles per hour. Harvey up to 67 pitches as he works into the 5th inning. Just 38 strikes now in his start so far. He's walked 3, but it's not really hurt him so far as he misses outside with the ball to Evans to make it 1-1. Carson-Newman trails 6-2, a pair of Wingate home runs over the last 2 innings, the difference so far. 1-1. Breaking ball stays across the plate. It's 73 again. It's a strike, and it's 1-2 on Colton Evans. Evans officially 0 for 1. First inning ground out, and he reached after a sacrifice bunt that was an error by Harvey in the 3rd. 1-2 fastball lifted high out toward left field. Karpowitz going back to the wall. He gets to the wall, and he sees it leave the yard. Colton Evans homers here in the 5th with 1 out, and the Eagles get 1 back. Carson-Newman's 23rd home run of the year is Evans' 4th to make it 6-3. Just Carson-Newman's 8th home run at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex this year. Harvey gives up his 6th of the year, and the Eagles make it a 3-run game. 6-3, Cole Nathan bats. He takes breaking ball low and outside for a ball. So Evans ends this scoring stretch for the Bulldogs. They had scored 4 straight prior to that swing by Evans, and now Nathan will try to keep things going here in the 5th. 1-0 set, and Harvey offers a breaking ball that Nathan slowly hits to short. Griffin on the run. Fields, throws. He's out at first. Really good play. Good stretch at first by Powell, with Griffin making a terrific play on the run for out number 2. Nathan unable to leg out an infield hit. Just by a half step, Nathan thrown out by the shortstop Griffin. The freshman makes a nice play, and now Logan Floyd with 2 away. First pitch to Floyd. He swings and fouls it off. Floyd has only seen 1 strike, now 2. In his at-bats today, Floyd is officially 0 for 0 at the plate. He's been walked twice. A 1 set for Chad Harvey. And the pitch, and Floyd late again on a fastball, fouls it off for strike 2. So a couple of fastballs, Harvey going right at Floyd with 2 away in this 5th inning. Floyd hitting a team best .474 in Mossy Creek in his junior season. Waits on an 0-2. Breaking ball stays over the plate, and Floyd hits a high drive to center. Back goes Benamati, and he's got just enough room at the warning track to make the catch to end the 5th inning. Carson-Newman gets a run back, though. Colton Evans' 4th career home run helps Carson-Newman get 1 back in the 5th. It's 6-3 after 5 on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCneagles.com.
Christian Henderson will get the ball in the 6th inning for Carson-Newman, with the Eagles trailing 6-3 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us for the series opener between the Eagles and Bulldogs for what is just the second meeting in the last 9 years between these two teams here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Jake Corville leads off the frame, and he takes first pitch fastball away for ball 1. Productive at-bats for Corville so far. He is 1 for 2, singled and scored, part of a 3-run fourth. 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball at 77 from Henderson for a strike. 1-1. Henderson looking to get back into a groove here. What could be his final inning. He's at 90 pitches on the dot. Pitching into the 6th inning. 1-1 wide, and the pitch is a breaking ball. Popped up in the infield. Logan Floyd charging in after it. Cole Nathan also in position, and Nathan, without his ball cap, makes the catch for out 1. 5, 6, and 7. This is now the 6-hitter Neil Griffin with 1 away. Henderson pitching into the 6th inning now for the 2nd straight start and for the 5th time this year, or rather 6th time this year in 9 starts, as he misses outside with a breaking ball for ball 1. He was held to just 5 1/3 before he was pulled against Newberry. Here's a line drive out towards center field. Braxton Smith hustling on the run. We'll see it hit off the base of the wall. Good throw in by Henderson to the cutoff Pierce, but pulling up at second with an extra base hit is Neil Griffin. He's got his 2nd double. And Wingate now has 10 hits in this game. A couple of doubles now for Griffin. Six of Wingate's 10 hits have gone for extra bases so far against Henderson. 4 doubles and 2 home runs. And now Jalen Evans, he's got one of those 2 home runs. Henderson sets first one home. Breaking ball stays high and inside for ball 1. Jalen Evans, team best batting average above 400, 415 in 31 starts this year. Batting with 1 on and 1 out. Breaking ball floated to right. Back goes Bradley Soto Diaz, getting to the wall. He's got just enough room to make the catch. No chance to get the runner tagging from 2nd to 3rd, so he just throws it into the cutoff Nathan for the 2nd out. 2 away. Runner moves to 3rd and Griffin for Bradley Hart. Evans flies out, and now Bradley Hart with 2 outs. Hart is 1 for 2. His single was an infield single, and now Jason White is going to come out of the 3rd base dugout. First visit from a Carson-Newman coach here today. That one mound visit was just between Cochran, the catcher, and the pitcher Henderson. And Coach White will have a conversation with Henderson here with 2 away in this 6th inning. Potentially could be his last batter. And maybe strategy how to get Hart retired here in this 6th inning. Hart's got the lowest batting average among starting players in this Wingate batting order, and so on paper he's the easiest out. Doesn't mean he will be an easy out, but just statistically speaking, compared to the others, that is the case. Henderson at 95 pitches comes set with a runner at 3rd and 2 away in inning 6. First pitch to Hart, an outside slider for ball 1. Henderson has also struck out Reed Benamati twice, and he's on deck should his turn come up here in the 6th. 1-0 set, the pitch home. A breaking ball is a strike to Bradley Hart, waist high. A ball and a strike on Wingate's backstop with 2 away. Bulldogs ahead 6-3 in the opener of this series in Jefferson City. The sophomore righty sets, and the 1-1 now. Breaking ball fouled back, strike 2. All sliders right now from Henderson in this at-bat against Hart. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Bulldogs trying to add a run. They've scored in 3 consecutive half innings. Henderson trying to change that here. 2 strikes, the pitch to Hart. Another slider, this one high and away for ball 2. Griffin with a 1-out double. He's moved to third on a fly out. He stands there with 2 outs on the board. The Bulldogs ahead 6-3. Pitch 100 from Henderson's a fastball fouled back. First fastball in this at bat. Thrown toward Hart, and he was just ready enough for it. Henderson's allowed 10 hits, and really just 2 swings have really cost him. As we've got an issue, I think, with the pitch clock, and so Jason White helping out Matthew Simpson adjust it potentially or try to reset it with 2 strikes and 2 outs here in this 6th inning. 10 hits for the Bulldogs, most that Henderson's allowed in any of his now 15 career starts or 19 career outings. Previous high was 8 hits by Emery and Henry and Lenore Ryan in consecutive starts toward the end of last year. Pitch clock taken care of, and now Henderson can go back to work as it winds with 2 strikes and 2 outs on Hart. The pitch is in inside slider floated to Jono Pierce, who makes a diving effort at short. Hart didn't hit it very well at all, but it was almost an in-between play for Pierce, and he lays out to make a diving catch to end the 6th. Eagles blank the Bulldogs in the top of the 6th, and the deficit stays at 3 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Wingate's bullpen looks on as Chad Harvey goes back out for a 6th inning of work. He's at 75 pitches, and really since that 2-run third has responded well. Carson-Newman's only run after that 2-run third was Colton Evans's 1-out home run in that 5th inning. That's why the Eagles have gotten within 3 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Heart of the order will be hitting against Harvey in this 6th inning. Soto, Diaz, Rodriguez, Gibson, 4, 5, and 6 for Tom Griffin's team. Trying to rally from down 3 with still 4 half innings of offensive opportunities to strike in this series opener. Soto Diaz will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 with a sac fly in his plate appearances so far. Around the South Atlantic Conference so far today, Coker rallies to take down Emery and Henry 12-6, and they're playing a doubleheader today, and so they'll play the next game very shortly. Tusculum is in business against Mars Hill up 9-3 in the 6th inning. As our 6th inning, bottom half of it starts with a swing and a miss from Soto Diaz for a strike. That's a significant score for Carson-Newman because it trails Mars Hill by 2.5 games in the league standings. And the Eagles play Mars Hill next weekend. Harvey sets the 0-1 slider, runs outside for ball 1. And so if the Eagles can get some help from the Pioneers over in Greenville this weekend, the Eagles will be closer to the Lions in the league standings and could pass them depending on how the weekends go for both teams heading into that series next weekend. Good inside corner slider at 73, and it's 2 strikes now on Soto Diaz to open the home half of the 6th inning. Carson-Newman trails 6-3. Eagles have not led in this series opener. They tied it in the 3rd and then lost the tie right back in the fourth. 1-2. Slider tried to go outside with it and missed. 2-2. Soto Diaz has seen all breaking balls in his third official plate appearance, as now he stands back in. Pitch 80 on the way from Chad Harvey. Another breaking ball. Well outside, it's 3-2. Harvey's walked 3. His season high is 4. And Soto Diaz is one pitch away from potentially being that 4th walk. Harvey comes set. All right, he lifts the left leg and pitches a fastball away for ball 4 and punches his glove as he steps off the mound in frustration. Loses Soto Diaz after working ahead 1-2. Leadoff walk, and Carson-Newman has the leadoff batter aboard for just the second time. First time the Eagles had the leadoff guy on base, they scored twice, and that was the third. Here's Sebastian Rodriguez, 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts against Harvey so far. Harvey sets first one home, fastball away for ball 1. Rodriguez entered the day hitting above 300. His average has dipped below that with an 0 for 2 effort so far. Hoping that he can extend what has been a great stretch for him offensively. 5 straight games with multiple runs batted in. He takes an inside corner slider for ball 2. Rodriguez 13 hits and 11 starts as a rookie, with an on-base percentage north of 400 as well. Soto Diaz takes off on a 2-0 pitch. It's a fastball that is a strike. The throw to second is not in time. Soto Diaz swipes a 9th bag in his senior season and is in scoring position now with nobody out as Rodriguez took a strike. No, he took a ball. It was a ball from the home plate umpire in Justin Crawford. He had his left arm out, and it looked like he had called a strike. Instead, it was ball 4 or ball 3, and now his 4th pitch is a strike to Sebastian Rodriguez. 3-1 count on Carson-Newman's DH, with Soto Diaz in scoring position. Harvey comes set, and the 3-1. It hits Rodriguez. Slider runs inside. Ball 4. Hit by pitch. Either way, Rodriguez is headed to first base. Hit by pitch will put runners on first and second with nobody out for Aiden Gibson. Harvey has allowed 2 Eagles to reach on free passes, or freebies, walking a hit by pitch officially, to bring the tying run to the plate here in the 6th inning. Up to 86 pitches as well. Bulldogs do have multiple guys standing out there in the bullpen watching the game from the right, or from the left, their left side of the right field foul pole. I would imagine a couple of guys are probably loosening up out there as Harvey is up to 86 pitches, is in a situation here in the 6th inning. Gibson shows bunt, tries to bunt at third base side and fouls it back for strike 1. The Eagles only have 2 base hits so far against Chad Harvey. One of those was a 5th inning home run by Colton Evans. The other was a Carson Cochran leadoff 3rd inning single. Harvey sets at the belt. Corners play even as Gibson waits and swings and misses at an 89-mile-per-hour fastball for strike 2. Figure the sacrifice bunt now off with Gibson swinging it away at an 0-1. 0-2 set for Harvey. Slider, Gibson lines it left field. This will drop in for a base hit. Soto Diaz had to wait to see if it would be caught, so he stays at third, and Carson-Newman's loaded the bases for the 3rd time in the opener on an Aiden Gibson single to left field. He waited on the breaking ball and drove it to left to load him up for Braxton Smith. Just the 3rd hit for the Eagles, first from Gibson. And more pressure on Harvey and the Bulldogs here in the 6th inning. Here's Braxton Smith, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to the left side of the infield. Corners playing pretty much even at the bags. Middle infielders play double play depth as Smith takes a strike on pitch 90 from Harvey. Carson-Newman, with the bases loaded today, has 2 sacrifice flies. 0-1 set for Harvey. Fastball, tried to go outside again with it and missed this time, 1-1. Carson-Newman could really use an extra base hit from Smith, or even just a base hit that maybe plates a run or two to keep things going in this 6th inning. 1-1. Smith, softly hit ball towards shallow right. Corville into the outfield will make the catch on the run. Nobody tags up, and there's one away. 1 out, and here comes Carson Cochran. Again, the Eagles hitting sub 190 with the bases loaded this year. Only have 12 hits. Carson Cochran will get his chance. Cochran getting his first at-bat this year with the bases loaded. 1 away as Harvey comes set. First one to Cochran is a fastball outside for ball 1. Big first out for Chad Harvey because he's a ground ball away from potentially getting out of this bases loaded situation here in the 6th inning. Wingate leads 6-3. Eagles have the tying run on base at first. 1-0. Fastball, same spot. It's ball 2. Missed outside again. Harvey continuing to creep toward that 100 pitch mark, up to 94. Working into this 6th inning, he's thrown just 52 strikes. 2-0 pause for the redshirt junior. And it's 3-0. Cochran had to jump out of the way a little bit of it on the inside fastball. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. Cochran probably taking all the way. 3-0. Fastball away. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Eagles are within 2. Bases loaded walk. It's 6-4. Carson Cochran drives in his 11th run of the year. And it's Chad Harvey's 5th walk, a season high. Time called, and Jeff Gregory is going to talk with his pitcher. And the pitcher, Harvey, knew it right away when he saw Coach Gregory come out. A little frustration from the righty, as he is going to be relieved of his 10th start after 5 1/3. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Eagles are within 2. They'll have to continue to strike here in the 6th inning against a Wingate reliever here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
All right, Wingate goes to the bullpen. 5 1/3 is all that Chad Harvey can give Wingate, and so he gives the ball to Carson Starnes, a 6'4 redshirt senior from Monroe, North Carolina. Starnes into the game for the 16th time this season. Nobody for Wingate has more appearances on the mound than Starnes. 10 1/3 innings, though, for Starnes. Hasn't really been a multi-inning guy, more of just a situational pitcher so far for the redshirt senior, but he has not allowed a run in 5 straight starts, 2.6 ERA, just 9 strikeouts and 5 walks. Again, limited innings so far this season, but he is coming off 2 2/3 scoreless against Belmont Abbey in a Tuesday midweek loss in extras. for this Wingate team. So a guy that has only pitched a full inning 4 times this year in 15 appearances, takes over with the bases loaded and 1 out. Jono Pierce, the 9-hitter for the Eagles, bats with the bases loaded against the reliever Starnes. Jono Pierce batting with the bases loaded this year, 0 for 9. Be a great chance to get his first hit in an Eagles uniform with the bases loaded right here. Something to the outfield could tie the game. Starnes sets. The righty pitches the first one. It's a fastball at 90 for a called strike. Carson Cochran's bases loaded walk plated Soto Diaz to make it 6-4. Rodriguez at third, Gibson at second, and Cochran at first for Jono Pierce. The 0-1. Pierce shows bunt and takes fastball high and away for ball 1. Wingate's infielders playing almost beyond the bags, and now they're going to creep forward after Pierce showed bunt. 2-run game in the 6th inning. 1-1 from Starnes. Pierce shows bunt, tries to push it up the first base line, and fouls it off for strike 2. I think the pitch, was well high and outside. Would have been ball 2. Instead, Pierce thought and saw it as a good pitch to try to bunt up the first base side and fouled it off. Strike 2 on Carson-Newman, shortstop in a 2-run game. Eagles have them loaded. 1-2. High fastball. Pierce kind of thought about it, stayed away, and the count is even. A 3rd inning walk for Pierce and a 5th inning pop out in his at-bats so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The reliever Starnes facing his first batter out of the pen, and he fires in a fastball at the knees for called strike 3. 2 away, and now the leadoff man, Colton Evans, with the bases loaded. Again, Carson-Newman's had some great opportunities to put up a crooked number with these great bases-loaded situations. Had a chance in the 3rd to put up multiple runs, only got 2 on sac flies. Can Evans clear the bases? He hits one well out toward right field. Grapuso back to the wall. It's over the right field wall. An opposite field grand slam for Colton Evans in the 6th inning, and Carson-Newman leads 8-6. Right on cue, Evans delivers with the bases loaded. A multi-homer game for the senior. The Eagles have their first lead of the game. Just barely over the right field wall, and Evans changes the game with his first pitch swing here in the 6th inning. 2 outs on the board, and now Cole Nathan. Consecutive innings with home runs for Colton Evans. He did it off Harvey with 1 out in the 5th, and now he does it off the reliever Starnes here in the 6th inning to give Carson-Newman an 8-6 lead. First pitch ball to Nathan as he waits on the next one from Starnes, who drops in a breaking ball knee high for strike 1. A 5-run 6th inning now, and Evans delivers the big swing for Carson-Newman. 1-1. Breaking ball nearly hit Cole Nathan. He jumps out of the way of it for ball 2. Just Carson-Newman's 13th hit all year with the bases loaded. None bigger than Evans' swing here in the 6th. 2 balls and a strike on Carson-Newman's 2-hitter Nathan, who floats one softly to right field. Grapuso to his right is under it. The catch is made. The inning is over. A 5-run 6th inning, all because of one swing. Colton Evans with his 2nd home run in as many innings. A grand slam gives Carson-Newman an 8-6 lead after 6 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Carson-Newman now goes to the bullpen for the first time. It'll be Brock Culpepper to pitch with the lead in the 7th inning. 8-6 Carson-Newman as Brock Culpepper warms up after 6 innings from Christian Henderson. It's now Brock Culpepper's turn to make his 15th appearance of the season. The Eagles up 2-1, or up by 2 in the 7th inning. Culpepper has a 5.6 ERA this year, 27 total innings for the redshirt senior out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. A 5.6 ERA, 22 strikeouts, and 16 walks. This is career appearance 56 for Brock Culpepper this season, or his career 15th of this season. Eagles have the lead. Colton Evans with home runs in consecutive innings to give the Eagles a 2-run lead heading to the 7th. And now Reed Benamati, the 9-hitter, starts the 7th against Culpepper. First pitch, breaking ball, inside and high for ball 1. Eagles now have just 9 home runs at home this season. 2 in this game, both by Evans in innings 5 and 6. 1-0 to Benamati's bounced to third. Nice leaping play by Gibson, and he throws out Wingate's center fielder to start the 7th. Hard hit ball into the turf, and Gibson had to show some athleticism to snare that ball from going into the outfield for the opening out of the 7th. Now 5 career home runs for Colton Evans, and he is the 3rd different Eagle to have a multi-homer game this year. Top of the order now, Gavin Grapuso leads or bats with 1 out and takes outside for a ball. Logan Floyd had a multi-homer day against Trevecca Nazarene back on March 3rd. And then 11 days later, Cole Nathan had a multi-homer game against Emory and Henry. And now Colton Evans to start April with a multi-homer day as Grapuso takes a called strike. 1-1 the count. Culpepper pitching here in the 7th. The 1-1 wind for the righty. Slider dips below the zone for ball 2. Culpepper pitched for Carson-Newman on Tuesday, helped silence down King's bats, and now pitches here against Wingate on Friday afternoon. Here's a chopper to second. Nathan's going to wait on it. He catches, throws to first, and the call is safe at first. Nathan elected to wait on that extra hop, and Grapuso beats it out for his 3rd hit, an infield single. That ball was hit so high in the air, and it was probably the smart decision, I think, just based on the hops for Nathan to wait on it, because he was so far back defensively. Time called, and head coach Tom Griffin is going to talk this situation over with his team. His infield will join Culpepper and Cochran on the mound to have this discussion. 2-run game tying run at the plate for Wingate's Bowen Powell, who is 3 for 3. He homered in the 5th off Henderson, doubled in the 3rd, and singled in the 1st. He represents the tying run in an 8-6 game here in the top of the 7th inning. Carson-Newman has grabbed the lead on 1 swing. If you're just joining us in the bottom of the 6th inning, Colton Evans with a grand slam to give the Eagles an 8-6 lead in the 7th, or in the 6th inning, and now that's the advantage here in the 7th. First grand slam for Carson-Newman baseball since Logan Floyd's grand slam in Hickory, North Carolina against Lenore Ryan on March 30th of 2024. Eagles didn't hit a grand slam last year, and they haven't this year until Evans' swing. All right, Bowen Powell is a triple away from the cycle. He bats against Culpeper with 1 on and 1 out. The first pitch home. Swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Nathan grabs. Long throw back to first in time. Terrific heads-up play. Pierce and Nathan were going for the ball behind second, so they couldn't make a force at second base. Nathan threw across his body all the way back to first for the out at first to get Powell. Really good awareness by Nathan and a strong throw back to first for the 4-3 putout. First time Bowen Powell's been retired. And now Tanner McCammon with 2 outs. Rapuso at second base. A look at second by Culpeper. Now the pitch home. Breaking ball rolled foul. Well, even though Powell and Evans have Wingate's home runs, McCammon right now batting and then Karpowitz next. Both have a conference lead, 11 home runs each. So even though the Eagles have gotten Powell out, McCammon is just as good as they picked to second base to check on Rapuso. McCammon in this game is 0 for 2 at the plate. The conference's leader in RBI bats in a 2-run game here in the 7th with 2 outs. 0-1 pause for Culpeper. He looks at second base and now pitches home. A slider swing and a miss by McCammon for strike 2. 2 quick strikes on Wingate's 3-hitter. The Bulldogs are 2 of 7 with 2 outs this game. Both of those 2-out base hits came back-to-back in the 3rd. Back-to-back 2-out doubles by Rapuso and Powell in that frame. 0-2 to McCammon. Breaking ball. They'll appeal to first, and McCammon held back his check swing. 8-6 game in the 7th. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us for this series opener between Carson-Newman and 19th ranked Wingate. 1-2 pause from Brock Culpeper here in the 7th. And the pitch home. Slider, swing and a miss. Culpeper goes to the slider away, and McCammon's down swinging. The Eagles blank the Dogs in the 7th. A much-needed shutdown frame. We'll stretch here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. The Eagles lead by 2.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Wingate goes back to the bullpen here in the 7th inning. Parker Jensen, the new pitcher, a left-hander, takes the ball from Carson Starnes for this 7th inning. Jensen is a freshman pitcher out of Charlotte, North Carolina, set to pitch in this 7th inning for the Bulldogs, who trail Carson-Newman now 8-6 here on the Eagles Sports Network. This will be appearance 14 for Parker Jensen, a 6.91 ERA for the lefty, and 14 and a third innings. 12 strikeouts, 9 walks for Jensen so far this year on the mound. He will face 3-4-5. Logan Floyd will lead off for Carson-Newman as the Eagles try to add some insurance runs to work with in the final frames. Jensen, the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Lefty-righty matchup to open this 7th inning, bottom half of it. Jensen winds first pitch breaking ball at 73, drops in for a strike to Logan Floyd. Chad Harvey goes 5 1/3 and only gives up 3 hits as Jensen's next breaking ball stays high and outside for a ball, but gives up 7 runs and 6 of them are earned. Walked a season-high 5 and struck out 4. Starnes gave up the grand slam but was only charged for 1 of those runs as Floyd bounces one sharply to third. Good stab at it by McCammon. His throw across is in time to get Floyd to begin the bottom of the 7th, 1 away for Bradley Soto Diaz. Starnes gets a strikeout to end that 6th inning, and now he gives the ball to Parker Jensen, who gets a 3-pitch ground down of Logan Floyd. 1 away now for Bradley Soto Diaz. Just 1 official at-bat for the senior right fielder. He's been walked and has had a sacrifice fly in his other 2 plate appearances with a ground out. First pitch breaking ball stays high for ball 1. The Eagles, regardless of how this inning goes, will have a lead heading into the final 2 innings, or heading into the 8th at least. As Jensen bounces one in low for ball 2. Eight 6 advantage in Carson-Newman's favor, thanks to Colton Evans' 6th inning grand slam. First grand slam in the last 3 seasons for Carson-Newman baseball. As Soto Diaz takes a high fastball and he's ahead 3-0 with 1 away in this 7th inning. Carson-Newman this season is 7-1 when leading after 7 innings in 9-inning games this year. As Jensen's back in the strike zone with a fastball, 3-1. Jensen looks in, the lefty steps for a second and now moves toward the mound and to the plate and fires in a strike on another fastball, 3-2. The lefty pitches into his windup in a 3-2 to Soto Diaz as a curveball line foul down the right side. Soto Diaz stays alive here in the 7th inning. Carson-Newman finally made Chad Harvey pay for 5 walks and 6 total freebies in this his 10th start of the year. And Evans was the one to make him pay for it with that 2-out grand slam in the 6th inning. Carson-Newman needed that big hit with the bases loaded and got it. Another 3-2 to Soto Diaz. Fastball rolled foul. Back to Rodriguez, who's on deck. Another 3-2 home to Soto Diaz. This ball hit high out towards center field. Benamati going back to the wall. Soto Diaz homers to straightaway center. Carson-Newman's 3rd home run in as many innings is the 3rd for the senior Soto Diaz. 9-6 in the 7th. Soto Diaz goes to straightaway center to extend Carson-Newman's lead. Eagles have now rattled off 7 unanswered runs as Rodriguez takes low and outside on a breaking ball for ball 1. Great at bat as well from Soto Diaz. That was an 8-pitch at bat that resulted in a solo home run on a 3rd 3-2 pitch as well. 1-0 to Rodriguez, another breaking ball that misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That is Carson-Newman's first home run this year in a 3-ball, 2-strike count as well as Rodriguez takes a called strike. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Carson-Newman's DH. Eagles have gotten another run of insurance on Soto Diaz's home run. 2-1. Foul ball back for strike 2. Entering this weekend series, Carson-Newman had only hit 4 home runs over its last 8 games of the month of March and now has 3 in as many innings. Ball 3 on a breaking ball into the turf. Eagles had a great power hitting month of March, hit 19 total home runs in March. Cooled off as March continued along, but the power bats have broken out here in the series opener to start April as Rodriguez works a terrific at bat as well. 6-pitch walk to get Rodriguez aboard with 1 out. And now Aiden Gibson. Really good at bat from Rodriguez. He struck out in his first 2 at bats, but his last 2 have been really good, and now time is called, and Wingate will have a visit on the mound with Parker Jensen, who just allowed his first home run of the year off the bat of Bradley Soto Diaz here in this 7th inning. And what felt like a Wingate game to run away with after really the 4th and 5th inning, thanks to their home runs, to grab a 6-2 lead. Carson-Newman has fought right back and has scored 7 unanswered runs. 1 in the 5th on Evans' home run, 5 total in the 6th inning, a bases-loaded walk, and another Evans home run, a grand slam, and now a Soto Diaz home run. Has plated a 9th CN run in his series opener to make it a 9-6 game in the 7th. Eagles have a runner on base here as well, with Aiden Gibson getting ready to stand in against the lefty Jensen. Jensen sets first one to Gibson. Fastball knee high at 84 for a strike. Gibson 1 for 3. He had a line drive single to left field on a 2-strike pitch. Part of that 5-run 6th inning to help load the bases as he takes one into the turf this time for ball 1. One set. Jensen pitches. Gibson shows bunt and misses it. His heart catches it on the breaking ball, and it's strike 2. 3rd time this year now the Eagles have hit 3 or more home runs in a game. They've all been in conference play. 1-2 breaking ball stays high in the zone for ball 2. 9-6 Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Eagles have a 3-run lead on 19th ranked Wingate. 2-2 set by Jensen, and he pitches to Gibson. A fastball high for ball 3. Three to the count. Consecutive. How about this? Actually, 3 straight 3-2 counts by Carson-Newman hitters here in the 7th inning. Soto Diaz resulted in a home run. Rodriguez's was a walk, and Gibson's will also be a walk. Some great 7th inning at-bats here from Carson-Newman's middle hitters of this order. And now first and second are Eagle runners for Braxton Smith. Jensen has now walked consecutive hitters and has already thrown 23 pitches to 4 batters in this 7th inning. Time called, and the Bulldogs are going to another reliever. I'm not going to say Jensen had a bad outing. Carson-Newman just had some great at-bats against the lefty, who in 4 batters faced is only going to get 1 out. Bulldogs back to the bullpen. Carson-Newman's rattled off 7 unanswered runs over the last 3 frames. Trying to add more. They've got 2 on and 1 out in the 7th. Back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex after this.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Wingate's fourth pitcher of the game and third reliever will be Charlie Carpenter here in this seventh inning. Parker Jensen faces four batters. He gives up a home run and has walked the last two to now give the ball to Charlie Carpenter, his 6-foot right-hander, senior, set to pitch for the 10th time this year. Through an inning and a third against Belmont Abbey on Tuesday. He had a couple of hits and a run in his outing on the mound. Carpenter this year, a 12-2 earned run average in 11 innings on the mound, 10 strikeouts to 13 walks. He does have a loss to his line this season, and this will be just the third time, check that, fourth time actually, that he pitches in a conference game this year. Pitched against Catawba, did not record an out 2 weekends ago. He gave up 2 runs against Coker in late February. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits and walked 3 against the Cobras. And most recently, last weekend, got 2 outs, a pair of strikeouts against Emory and Henry in a series win and sweep for the Bulldogs last weekend. So Carpenter takes over. 2 on, 1 out for Carson-Newman's center fielder Braxton Smith, who is 0 of 3 in his opportunities at the plate. Eagles have put together 3 consecutive at-bats that have ended in 3-2 counts, a home run and 2 walks. 2 walks are on base with 1 away in a 3-run game in the 7th. Smith shows bunt and takes a strike from Carpenter. His fastball fired in at 90 miles per hour. This is a Wingate team that has won 26 games. They've already matched their win total from last year with 26, and they still have a whole month of the regular season left. 0-1, Smith bunts it up into the air. Hart's going to throw the mask off and to his right make the catch. Smith bunts out, or pops out on the bunt attempt for out number 2, and now Carson Cochran will shed the catcher's gear and walk up to the plate for a 2-out AB with 2 on. Carpenter sets, first one to Cochran, a high fastball for ball 1. 2 on and 2 out for the Eagles, who have added a run in the 7th on Bradley Soto Diaz's 3rd home run of the year. 1-0 pause for Carpenter, and the pitch to Cochran, a fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. How about this? Entering the day, Wingate was the team that leads Division II in walks drawn this year. Carson-Newman's pitching staff has only walked 1 Wingate hitter, while the Eagles' offense has drawn 7 walks, and Cochran's ahead 3-0. Something that the Bulldogs have done so well all year, Carson-Newman's doing it to them in this game. Now, granted, the pitching has aided Carson-Newman's success to get those runners on base and draw these free passes, but the Eagles have been patient and have taken good pitches. That's a strike from Carpenter, a fastball to make it 3-1. Carpenter going to try to battle back here against the 8-hitter Cochran, the 6th Carson-Newman batter of this 7th inning. 3-1 set, 2 on, 2 out, Eagles by 3. Breaking ball, drops in for a strike. 72-mile-per-hour pitch for a called strike. 3-2 the count. Runners will be on the move. Rodriguez is at second and Gibson's at first. This is the fourth 3-2 count in 6 batters here in the 7th. Carpenter's payoff. Line drive foul. Cochran just a hair late on a line drive that probably would have plated Carson-Newman's 10th run had it been fair. 9-6 Carson-Newman. The Eagles have scored 7 times in the last 3 half innings at the plate, counting this one, to gain a 3-run lead in this series opener. A second payoff from Carpenter as a fastball fouled back again by Carson Cochran. Cochran set to wait on another payoff from the righty Carpenter. A third 3-2. Fastball grounded to third. Backhand play not made. It bounces out of McCammon's mitt. Rodriguez hustles to third safely, and the bases are loaded for the Eagles. It is a second error for Wingate's defense. This one by the third baseman McCammon on an in-between hop to a degree. Tried to backpick it and just never was able to have it cleanly in his mitt. E5 loads him up for Jono Pierce. First pitch, breaking ball, a called strike. How about Carson-Newman's at-bats here in this 7th inning? The Eagles have seen 34 pitches between 2 different pitchers. This is the 7th batter for the Eagles here in the 7th. 0-1 set and the pitch to Pierce. He's behind a fastball that Carpenter goes up to 91 on the gun for strike 2. Bases loaded, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Jono Pierce batting. The 0-2 from Carpenter. Fastball chopped into the turf, foul toward first base. All the runners hustling to their next bases will go back, as Pierce will also walk back to the batter's box to step in again and wait on another 0-2 pitch. Carpenter comes set, bases loaded for the Eagles, up 3 in the 7th. Fastball fouled back again by Pierce. What a fantastic inning so far from Carson-Newman. Only 1 run is scored on 1 hit. A Soto Diaz 1-out home run, but these at-bats in this 7th inning have been terrific against 2 different Wingate arms. Another 0-2. Fastball by Pierce for strike 3. An extended inning. Carson-Newman sends 7 to the plate in the 7th. Only scores once on Bradley Soto Diaz's home run. Eagles have a 3-run lead with 6 outs to get in the series opener here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Brock Culpepper back to the mound for Carson-Newman with the Eagles up 9-6 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman trailed this game 6-2 after 4.5 innings, but has rattled off 7 runs unanswered over the last 3 innings to gain a 3-run lead, all because of 3 home runs, 2 by Colton Evans and another by Bradley Soto Diaz. And the Eagles will go to work in the 8th with Culpepper on the mound, up 3 against 4, 5, and 6 of Wingate's batting order here in the 8th. Ben Karpowitz is 0 for 3, hoping to get his first hit here in the 8th inning to start things for the Dogs. First pitch from Culpepper, good slider that breaks across the strike zone to start Karpowitz's 4th AB. First time that Wingate's outfielder, the left fielder, will bat against Culpepper. Fastball, inner half. Karpowitz gave about a 70% effort and comes up empty for strike 2. Little two-seam action from Culpepper to run that thing inside, and he's ahead 0-2. Here's the wind and pitch. Slider away, waste pitch for ball 1. Culpepper and Eli Norris, 2 seniors that Tom Griffin and company have relied on heavily so far in 2026. Culpepper delivering so far. 1-2. Check swing on the pitch outside, and Karpowitz stayed away. 2-2. Good slider away. Karpowitz just holds up enough to keep the count, or keep his at-bat alive and even the count. 2-2. Slider dropped in and hit down the right field line. This will slice in for a base hit and roll all the way to the wall in the corner where Soto Diaz tracks it down and hits the cutoff in Nathan. It's a leadoff double to open the 8th as Karpowitz goes the other way for just his 3rd double of the year. Here comes Jake Corville. This is a Wingate team that averages 10 runs per game. Can the Eagles hold down the Bulldogs' offense in the late innings to win this opener? First one to the shortstop, or actually the second baseman for Wingate, and Corville is low for ball 1. Bulldogs have not scored since the 5th inning. They have come up empty in their last 2 offensive chances in innings 6 and 7. 1-0 on the way. Slider poked foul and out of play. That 5th inning run was a Bowen Powell 1-out home run. This game has had a bunch of home runs, 5 total. And Wingate has scored its last 4 runs via the long ball. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider from Culpepper, and it's strike 2 on Wingate's second baseman with nobody out in the 8th. Corville, not really a home run threat, just 1 this year, but is an RBI threat, has 36 runs batted in this year. He's behind 1-2. The pitch from Culpepper runs outside. 2-2. Neil Griffin on deck. This is the heart of Wingate's order. This is the 5-hitter batting with nobody out in the 8th. And Carson-Newman up 9-6. 2-2. Fastball line drive. Pierce can't get to it. It goes into left center for a base hit. Smith tracks the ball down in the gap. And now the corners will be occupied on Jake Corville's second hit. It's a single to left center field. Runner had to wait to see if Pierce was going to get that ball or not. And so Karpowitz just goes to third, where the corners are occupied for Neil Griffin. Carson Cochran steps in front of home plate and gives signals to how Carson wants to line up defensively here in this 1st and 3rd situation. Neil Griffin, the batter. He is 2 of 3 in this game. That doubles in his last 2 at-bats. First pitch, ground ball to short. Jono Pierce goes to second for a flip for 1. Back to first. The Eagles roll it up 6-4-3 for the second time in the game. And there's 2 outs. A run does score, but the Eagles will trade 2 outs for a run here in the 8th. Terrific turn. Pierce the flip, and Nathan a strong throw back to first to get Neil Griffin by a good couple of steps. 2 away now. Karpowitz, the runner from third, scores. Base is clear for Jalen Evans. Evans waits on the first one. It's a slider from Culpepper that misses outside for a ball. Much needed double play ball. Carson-Newman's defense has turned 2 of those in this game. 1-0 to the DH. Evans is a strike. Knee high. Carson-Newman defensively this year has now turned 25 double plays. Third in the conference in that category. 1-1 fastball bounced in there and outside for a ball. 2 away here in the 8th. Culpepper wants a new baseball, and so home plate umpire Justin Crawford will give one to Carson Cochran to toss back out to Brock Culpepper as he tries to get the final out of this 8th inning. Bulldogs got the first 2 men on base, but a double play ball has wiped the runners off the bases and did score a run, though, as Evans takes inside, and it's 3-1. Regardless of how this inning goes, even if Evans is retired, the Bulldogs would get the top of the order back to the plate in the 9th. 3-1. Fastball, strike 2. Evans took 2 steps across home, thought he had ball 4. Instead, will stand back in and wait on a payoff. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles by 2 in the 8th. Culpepper's breaking ball is a foul ball at the plate. Looks like Cochran was maybe going to catch the foul tip. Instead, it's bounced foul at the dish. And they'll do it again. Culpepper ended his scoreless 7th inning with a strikeout of McCammon. Trying to take care of Evans here in the 8th. 3-2 again. Runs inside for ball 4. The tying run comes to the plate for the Bulldogs here in the 8th inning with 2 outs. It'll be Bradley Hart. Jalen Evans draws a 2-out walk, and it's Carson-Newman's second walk as a team in this game. First by Culpepper, puts Evans aboard. Evans, one of those 3 base runners that has 18 or more steals this year. He's got 21. Fair lead for him at first. And Culpepper will check on him. Wonder how aggressive Wingate wants to be here with 2 outs. Certainly one swing can tie this game. Don't want to run into an out, but have to believe in Evans' ability potentially to get to second if he gets a good jump. First one to Hart. Ground ball, left side. Gibson moves to his left. Will go to second for the force, and the play's made. Brock Culpepper works around an early 8th inning jam. A double play ball aids him in the 8th, and the Eagles keep the lead. It's 9-7 as we head to the home half of the 8th here in Jeff City on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Charlie Carpenter back to work for the Bulldogs in the 8th inning. Carson-Newman has the 9-7 advantage here on the Eagles Sports Network. First of 3 this weekend between the Bulldogs and the Eagles. And this one has been a fun one to be a part of so far. Wingate had control of this game early on. Carson-Newman tied the game in the 3rd at 2. Then the Bulldogs scored 4 runs in innings 4 and 5 total to grab a 6-2 lead. But it's been Carson-Newman's game since that point. Colton Evans is going to start the 8th, and he homered in the 5th to make it a 3-run game. And then his swing in the 6th inning was a grand slam to cap a 5-run 6th inning that's given Carson-Newman the lead for good. He shows bunt on the first pitch and takes a breaking ball for a called strike. The Eagles pitching staff has held Wingate in check here late as well, and we'll have to do it one final time, hoping with maybe more than a 2-run lead. 0-1 from Carpenter. Breaking ball lifted toward the right side and foul by Evans for strike 2. Evans has hit a home run in each of his last 2 at-bats at the plate. The last Eagle to hit home runs, or 3 home runs in one game, was Harrison Travis at Emory and Henry in mid-March of the 2023-2024 season. 0-2. Fastball, Evans hits it sky high to right. Gruposo going back, he's got room, and he'll make the catch. 1 away to start the 8th. Evans now 2 for 4, and that brings Cole Nathan to the batter's box. This is the top of the Eagles' order here in the 8th, trying to give some insurance runs to whomever pitches the 9th. We'll find out if the Eagles roll out Brock Culpepper or if they turn to Kyle Adams, who has picked up a save or a win in 5 straight outings. First pitch fastball to Nathan's a strike. Certainly it would not be a win situation for Adams. He would be in line for a save if the Eagles would turn to him. The Eagles kept Brock Culpepper out there. He would also be in a save situation. So whomever the Eagles turn to in the 9th, they'll be in line to get a save in the 9th as Nathan takes ball 1 high. Jason White out there in the bullpen talking it over with some guys down in the bullpen, potentially about what could be in the 9th. 1-1 set for Carpenter. The pitch to Nathan's a fastball that Hart drops, but it's strike 2. Christian Henderson will be in line for the victory. He was the pitcher after 6 innings for Carson-Newman, and that's when the Eagles took the lead. 1 out here in the 8th. A ball and 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's number 2 hitter, Cole Nathan, who is 0 for 3. The righty Carpenter sets, and the pitch to Nathan's a high fastball. 2-ball, 2-strike count now. Nathan's reached base safely in 21 straight games. That streak on the line here in this at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carpenter looks in. He comes set from the stretch. Left side of the slab, lifts the left leg and pitches inside with a fastball, and the count is 3-2. Wingate's pitching staff today has walked 7 Eagles. Carpenter trying to not make it 8. Payoff. Fastball. Nathan drives it well out towards center field. Benamati back. Nathan's gone yard. 100 miles per hour off the bat of Cole Nathan extends Carson-Newman's lead in the 8th. A 4th long ball from the orange and blue. Nathan to straightaway center. And the Eagles have 10 runs here in the opener. It's 10-7. A 4th home run from Carson-Newman's offense, and all 4 have come in the last 4 innings. The Eagles have hit a home run in 4 straight innings. 10-7, and now Logan Floyd's turn. The team leader in home runs takes a strike. Cole Nathan joins the home run party here in Jefferson City for the 5th time this year. And for the 9th time in his career. 0-1 set. Carpenter pitches a breaking ball into the turf for a ball. That extends Nathan's on-base streak as well. And he did it in a 3-2 count. So how about this? Carson-Newman entered the game with no home runs in 3-2 counts. And they've got 2 in this game alone. 1-1. And they've come in consecutive innings as well as Floyd takes inside and high. It's 2 2-1 the count. Eagles have now hit an 8th-inning home run 3 times this year thanks to Nathan's long ball as Floyd is jammed on an inside fastball, popping it up into shallow right center where Corville goes out and gets in position to make the catch for out number 2. 2 away as Floyd is retired. And now Bradley Soto Diaz, who homered in the 7th, gets another chance to bat here in the 8th. Eagles get the run back that they allowed in the 7th inning, or earlier in this 8th inning, sorry. Carpenter sets at the belt. First one to Soto Diaz is a fastball knee-high for a strike. Each one of Wingate's 4 pitchers have now allowed a home run. Harvey, Starnes, Jensen, and now Carpenter. 0-1. Soto Diaz lines it into center field for a base hit. Ranging to his left is Benamati to cut it off from going to the wall, and it holds Soto Diaz to a single. 2-hit day now for Soto Diaz. His hits are in consecutive frames to give the Eagles a 2-out base runner. Here comes Sebastian Rodriguez with 2 away. How about Carson-Newman's offense here as of late? The Eagles only had 1 hit through the first 4 innings. They've got 6 in the last 4 to total up 7 for the day. First one to Rodriguez is a strike. 10-7 game. Rodriguez, the DH, is officially 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in his latest 2 plate appearances. 0-1 pause for Carpenter. And a pitch to the left-handed hitting DH is high for a ball. Sometimes when teams take leads, their offensive approach at the plate could change, maybe get a little bit more aggressive. Carson-Newman's approach has been just as good as it was during that good stretch. They have worked some great at-bats to help extend this advantage as Rodriguez lines one sharply foul back behind the first base dugout for strike 2. The Eagles have put together some really, really good at-bats down the stretch in this series opener to gain a lead that it got on a grand slam in the 6th and is not relinquished yet. 1-2. Fastball grounded down the first base line, foul. Matthew Preslar, the umpire at first, calls it foul just behind the first base bag as Rodriguez was trying to go down the line. It bounced over Powell and foul. One-two count on Sebastian Rodriguez with Soto Diaz aboard with 2 outs here in the 8th. Eagles ahead by 3 again. Charlie Carpenter pitches. Soto Diaz takes off and Rodriguez swings and misses. Strike 3. Carpenter's second strikeout ends the 8th, but Carson-Newman gets another run back on a Bradley Soto Diaz, Cole Nathan home run in the 8th. 10-7 Eagles as we head to the 9th here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
We head to the ninth. Brock Culpepper is in line for a 9-out save. He goes to the mound to pitch the ninth for the Eagles here on the Eagles Sports Network. 2 complete innings for Brock Culpepper on the mound, just 1 run allowed. That was the 8th inning run. A walk and a strikeout in 30 pitches from the senior right-hander, and he will head back to the mound for the ninth to face 9-1-2. Reed Benamati leads off for the Bulldogs, down 3. First pitch, fastball fouled off for strike 1. Culpepper does not have a save in his Carson-Newman career. This is appearance number 56 in his career. Just the second time he ever pitches against Wingate as well. 0-1 count, and the pitch home. Fastball knee high for a strike. 0-2 the count on Wingate's center fielder, who is 0 of 3 at the plate in this game. Lineup card turns back over to the top of the order after this guy. 10-7 Eagles. Culpepper ahead, 0-2 to open the ninth. The pitch home is a fastball hit on the ground to second. Nathan waits on a couple of hops and throws to first. Out number 1, Benamati 0 for 4. And there's 1 away in the ninth inning. Now Gavin Grapuso in this top of the order. Wingate's next 2 hitters, Grapuso now and Powell next, are both 3 for 4. The toughest outs in this game for the Bulldogs have been the next 2 guys, both left-handed hitters, in Grapuso and Powell. Culpepper gave up a 7th inning single to Grapuso, who takes outside for a ball. Carson-Newman trying to become just the second team to win a series opener this year against Wingate. Nationally ranked in number 1 Catawba is the only other team to take the first game of a conference series against the Bulldogs this year, as Culpepper drops in a breaking ball for a strike. The Bulldogs have only lost 2 series. The Eagles trying to put them behind the 8 ball heading into the doubleheader tomorrow. 1-1. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike 2. Good backdoor pitch, an outside slider for strike 2. Eagles trying to win a second game as well against a ranked team. Took down Catawba in the series finale in early March for their only ranked win this year, as Grapuso rolls one foul toward his dugout, first base side, to stay alive. Eagles will have 2 preseason All-Americans to pitch tomorrow, potentially. What a series opening win this could be. Still 2 outs to get. The 1-2 to Grapuso. Culpepper spikes it into the turf on a fastball, 2-2. The Eagles trying to get back to 500. They enter the final month of the regular season having won 11 of their last 13, hoping to carry that momentum here into April. Grapuso fouls a 2-2 pitch back to stay alive. During this stretch of really good baseball for Carson-Newman, it's won 7 of its last 9 league games and had a 6-game winning streak mixed in to this stretch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Culpepper again to Grapuso, tried to backdoor slider and missed outside. It's 3-2. Bulldogs down 3 in the ninth, hoping to get a runner against Brock Culpepper, who faces his 11th batter out of the pen. 3-2. Fastball away, ball 4. Grapuso walked, just a 3rd walk by Carson-Newman pitching. Puts a Wingate runner aboard with 1 out. This is Bowen Powell. He homered in the 5th inning and will get a second chance to try to hit for the cycle. 1st inning single, 3rd inning double, 5th inning home run, and now gets a 5th plate appearance in the 9th with 1 on and 1 out. Here's a line drive to left center field. Brian Bolton's on the run and can't get to it. It hits off the wall. Bolton throwing it in and hits the cutoff. It's an opposite field double for Bowen Powell to bring the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning. time called, and Jason White has made his way out of the third base dugout, and the Eagles are going to go to the pen. Good work from Culpepper, but back-to-back runners have reached here in the ninth, and the Eagles will turn to Kyle Adams to try to seal the deal. 3-run game, tying run at the plate for the Bulldogs. More on Adams when we come back.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Kyle Adams into the game for Carson-Newman with the Eagles up 3, 2-1 for the Bulldogs here in the ninth with 1 out. Adams is making his 8th appearance of his career, 8 1/3 for the redshirt freshman, and he has not allowed an earned run this year. 2 wins, no losses, and 3 saves. He's recorded a win or save in 5 straight outings. This would be a save opportunity. He's been thrust into these situations since early March and has delivered basically every single time. Now he gets to do it against the best offense in the conference and the league's top RBI man. Tanner McCammon bats, and he grounds one through the left side, a base hit. Bolton will gobble it up, had some trouble with it, eventually gets it, and it's now a 10-8 game. Tanner McCammon rolls one to the left side, gets it through the 6-5 hole for a base hit. McCammon's got 51 RBI now for the year. Corners occupied, and now the go-ahead run for the Bulldogs is at the plate, and Ben Karpowitz. 10-8 the score. That run charge to Culpepper. Karpowitz bats here in the ninth. The left fielder waits on the first one and stays away from a breaking ball away for ball 1. Adams pitching for Carson-Newman for the 6th time in 8 outings against a conference team as well. 1-0 count. The righty sets at the belt and pitches. Breaking ball, a strike. Fastball slider changeup combination for the redshirt freshman from Gordonsville, Tennessee. 1 ground ball could end this. 1-1. High and inside fastball, ball 2. Karpowitz moves his hands away from that inside fastball. Carson-Newman's dugout encouraging the freshman Adams here in the ninth. Tying run at first. 2-1. Slider, swing and a miss. Karpowitz comes up empty at a slider, and it's 2-2. Adams facing the heart of the order. A Wingate team that's compiled 15 hits in this game. 2-2. Slider stays high, and it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 on here in the ninth. Carson-Newman leads 10-8. Adams against Karpowitz. Adams comes set for the payoff. Breaking ball lifted high out toward left center field. Smith going back to the wall. He runs out of room, and Ben Karpowitz has given Wingate the 9th inning lead. A 3-run home run off the bat of Ben Karpowitz pushes Wingate in front 11-10. Wingate's 16th hit is their most important one, the 12th of the year for Ben Karpowitz. The Bulldogs go back in front. Now Adams regroups and faces Jake Corville and throws in a strike. 11-10 Wingate. The Bulldogs have hit their third home run of this game, the 7th total, as Soto Diaz is tracking this ball that drops in and to right field and goes to the wall. Extra bases for Jake Corville to continue this 9th inning for Wingate. A first pitch ground out to open the 9th, and now walk, double, single, home run. As Wingate in front, and they're trying to add more. Corville doubles, and now Neil Griffin. 17 hits for Wingate now. Kyle Adams pitching. He comes set, and the first one to Griffin is a high breaking ball for ball 1. Kyle Adams on the hook now for this game. He would be the losing pitcher. Has given up his first 2 runs of his career here in the 9th on the Karpowitz swing. 1-0. Breaking ball. Line softly. Pierce leaps up. It goes off his mitt into left field. A base hit for Neil Griffin is his 3rd of the game to put runners on the corners. And now Jalen Evans. Pierce gave it all he had, leaping into the air, just into the outfield grass, but can't come up with it. And the Bulldogs have the corners occupied with still just 1 out in the inning. Wingate has 18 hits, the most hits by an opponent this year, and the Eagles are going to go to the pen. Adams just faces 4 batters, gives up 4 hits and at least 2 runs. The Bulldogs have taken the 9th inning lead. Eagles going to turn to Eli Norris, down 1. Bulldogs have 2 on and 1 out here in the 9th.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Carson-Newman turns to senior right-hander Eli Norris in a 1-run game. Carson-Newman now trails 11-10. Norris takes over for the 16th time this year. 4.22 ERA for Eli Norris in 21 1/3 innings pitched, 58 total career innings under his belt as he's ready to roll for his 47th career appearance. Norris takes over for the Eagles here in the 9th with Wingate in front by a run on Ben Karpowitz's go-ahead 3-run blast here in the 9th inning, and the Bulldogs have more pressure applied in the 9th. 2 more runners on base at the corners with just 1 out for Jalen Evans. Norris sets, and before a first pitch, we'll check to first. Evans has one of Wingate's 3 long balls. Evans hit a 3-run home run, his 4th of the season, back in inning 4. At the time, gave Wingate a 4-run lead. Norris sets, and now he pitches the first one to Evans, a breaking ball that stays high for ball 1. Can Norris find a way to keep this thing at 1, to give Carson-Newman some life in the 9th? The Eagles will have 6, 7, and 8 due up against whoever comes out of Wingate's bullpen. 1-0. Fastball low for ball 2. Charlie Carpenter has pitched the last few innings for the Bulldogs. He's in line for the win and has only thrown 35 pitches, so could be asked to finish this thing out. Could be dependent on the score, too. Norris behind 2-0 against Evans here in the 9th. Fastball knee high, gets him back in the zone for strike 1. Bulldogs have racked up 18 hits to score 11 runs. 4 of the 11 runs have scored in the 9th to take the lead away from Carson-Newman. Norris will check on the runner at first in Neil Griffin. Two balls, one strike, the count on the DH. Evans here in the 9th. Runner from first, thought about taking off. Got an extended secondary lead. Stays put at a ball in the turf for ball 3. The Eagles started this 9th inning by getting Reed Benamonte to ground out. But the Bulldogs have been able to get the last 6 guys to reach base safely to take the 1-run lead, and Norris throws the ball away. It bounces out of play, and Wingate leads 12-10. He tried to pick off Griffin at first, and the ball bounced or sailed over the head of Floyd and bounced out of play. 12-10 game now, and Griffin moves to second. Jalen Evans still batting. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Norris comes set at the belt. And a fastball by Evans for strike 2. Full count on Jalen Evans here. Norris commits Carson-Newman's first error on the failed pickoff attempts here in the 9th. The 3rd error total between the two sides. 3-2, runs high and inside for ball 4. Inning continues. 7 straight guys have reached base safely for Wingate. First and second for Bradley Hart. Bulldogs have scored 5 times here in the 9th inning. And time called, and head coach Jeff Gregory wants to talk things over with his 2 base coaches and his runners and hitter, with his team now in front by 2 in the 9th inning. Wingate's played some wild games this season. They have come back from late deficits often this year. They do it again here in this series opener against Carson-Newman. They've played some high-scoring games throughout the year. Bulldogs had to tie the game against Millersville all the way back on February 8th. Tied the game at 16 in the 9th inning and then won it in 11 innings after giving up 6 ninth-inning runs. Needed extras to finish that game off. And then after that victory, had to score 6 times against Mount Olive in the 9th to win that game. So the Bulldogs have shown this year that they will never go down without a strong fight, and that's been the case here in this 9th inning as Hart swings and fouls the first pitch back. Bulldogs have scored 5 times in the 9th inning against Carson-Newman. And entering this game, the Eagles had only allowed 8 ninth-inning runs all season. Bulldogs have scored 5 times, 7 straight batters have reached safely. 2 are on base right now with 1 out against Norris. The 0-1 fastball runs high. 1-1. Hart's the 9th batter of this 9th inning as well. Wingate's catcher is 1-for-4. Norris comes set and is 1-1. Fastball away, 2-1. Eagles have turned a couple of double plays that have been timely turns as well. Could really use one here in this 9th inning to help out Norris and keep this deficit at 2. 2-1 Fastball jams Hart. He's late on it and fouls it back for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Wingate's 8-hitter Bradley Hart here in the 9th. Norris look back at second base and now a pitch home. Breaking ball drops in knee high for called strike 3. Bradley Hart frustrated. He goes down looking. And there's 2 outs for Wingate's 9-hitter, Reed Benamati. He was the first out of the 9th. And now Bats hoping to not make the last out as well. 10th batter of the inning now for the Bulldogs as Norris gets career strikeout 75. 2 away, 2 on, 2-run game. Norris's first one to Benamati is inside for a ball. Wingate has surged back here in the 9th to take a 12-10 lead against Carson-Newman. The Eagles entered the inning up 10-7. 1-0. Fastball stays inside, and it's 2-0. Bulldogs have scored 5 times on 5 hits. And Ben Karpowitz's home run, a 3-run shot off Kyle Adams, has given Wingate the lead. They've added a run on a throwing error as well. 2 balls, no strikes on Benamati, and he swings away and pops it up, foul ground. Cochran gives it a look and sees it go into the seats. Two ball, 1 strike count on Wingate's center fielder, who is 0 of 4 in this game. And he grounds one back up the middle. Pierce moving to his left, can't get to it. It goes into center field for a base hit. Wingate will add to its lead. A 6th run comes across here in the 9th. Griffin scores. It's 13-10 on Reed Benamati's single up the middle. Bulldogs now in the 9th. Evans moves to second base, and here comes Gavin Grapuso, the 11th batter of the inning. He helped start this Wingate rally. He drew a walk on a 3-2 pitch, part of a 7-pitch at-bat to give Wingate their first runner of the inning as he takes inside and low for ball 1. Time called by Carson-Newman, and Jason White's making another visit to the mound here in this 9th inning, his 3rd visit, and the Eagles are going to the pen. 13-10 game here in the 9th. Carson-Newman's going to send a 3rd different pitcher. Check that, 4th different pitcher to the mound in this 9th inning. Bulldogs have scored 6 times. I'll tell you who the new pitcher is after this.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Harrison Shelton takes over for Carson-Newman. 5 innings pitched for the freshman left-hander out of Clinton, Tennessee this season. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts for the lefty. He gets the ball against Gavin Grapuso in a 3-run game with 2 outs. First pitch fastball from him is high for ball 2. So Norris throws 1 pitch. That was a ball to Grapuso. The Eagles go to a lefty here. And now time called, and the Bulldogs will talk things over here in foul ground. All the runners will join in with the conversation as well in what has been a long ninth inning now for Carson-Newman. This is the 11th batter to come to the plate in what is a 6-run ninth for Wingate. This series opener has lasted more than 3 hours, has had multiple lead changes. Carson-Newman took a 8-6 lead in the 6th inning on Colton Evans' grand slam, first grand slam for the program in the last 3 years. But Wingate has surged all the way back here in the 9th to take a 3-run lead after trailing by 3 here in the 9th. Shelton sets the 2-0 breaking ball, drops in for a called strike. Carson-Newman's showed some late inning heroics themselves this year, hoping that maybe its offense can match or do better than what Wingate has done in this 9th inning. Breaking ball stays high in the zone, 3-1 to Grupuso. Shelton is Carson-Newman's 4th different pitcher to take the mound here in the 9th. Culpepper started the inning. Adams came in after him. Adams did not record an out, then Norris got the second out, and now Shelton pitches a 3-1 breaking ball. That is a strike. Grupuso had scooted his way toward first base and now will work back toward the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move. They're at first and second base here in the 9th. Gavin Grupuso, the batter, against Harrison Shelton. 3-2. Breaking ball lifted out toward right field. Bradley Soto Diaz moving after it and gets to it before it gets to the wall for out number 3. Wingate scores 6 times and they turn a 3-run deficit into a 3-run lead. Can the Eagles rally in the bottom half of the 9th? We'll find out together after this.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back here for the bottom of the 9th inning, Carson Morton will take over. The 6'4" right-handed pitcher, a redshirt sophomore, has only pitched in 2 games this year. They've been the last 2 weekends against Catawba and Emory and Henry. 3 2/3 innings for the right-hander, a 2.4 ERA in limited work, and it'll be his first save opportunity of the 2026 season. Carson Morton takes over against Carson-Newman's 6, 7, and 8 hitters. The Eagles had a 3-run lead in the 9th, and the Bulldogs have turned that into a 3-run lead for themselves. Aiden Gibson will lead off for Carson-Newman, 6, 7, and 8 for Carson-Newman. Scheduled hitters Aiden Gibson, Braxton Smith, and Carson Cochran here in the 9th. Can the Eagles rally? They have scored runs in each of the last 4 half innings at the plate and have actually homered in 4 straight innings as well. First one from Carson Morton sails high for a ball, and this bottom of the 9th inning is underway. Morton touching 93 on that fastball home. The redshirt sophomore's next one to Gibson is waist high for a strike. Carson Morton making his 21st career outing. He had just a .5 ERA a year ago in 17 innings. 1-1 to Gibson, runs high and inside. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Morton struck out 25 guys in 17 innings, only walked 1 guy last year, and was really good, mainly used as a starting pitcher in limited work before an injury cut his season short, and most of this season as well, as he's missed again. It's 3-1 on Aiden Gibson. Carson-Newman this year has scored 28 runs in the 9th inning. They've rallied from down 3 in the 9th this year. 3-1 from Morton is inside for ball 4, and every good comeback always needs the leadoff guy to get on, and that's what Gibson does, drawing a 5-pitch walk to open the 9th. Carson-Newman has scored 6 runs or more twice in 9th innings this year. Did it at Emory and Henry, and did it at Anderson when the Eagles were down 6-3 in the 9th. It's Braxton Smith's turn with Gibson at first base. First pitch to Smith, a high fastball for ball 1. Time called, and Bradley Hart's going to talk things over with his redshirt sophomore arm. Well, buckle up. Wingate scored 6 times in the 9th, and Carson-Newman's trying to respond back after losing a 3-run lead. Bulldogs reliever here in Carson Morton's missed with 5 of his first 6 offerings. Eagles have a pinch hitter on deck here, so Carson Cochran may be pinch hit for. It's Matt Bishop warming up. Potentially could come into the game. He would represent the tying run if Smith reached. 1-0 the count on Carson-Newman's center fielder, who now takes a strike. 1-1 count on Braxton Smith, who is 0 for 4. 2 ground outs and 2 pop outs for Smith today. 1-1 pause for Morton. And his fastball is lined foul by Braxton Smith, out of play. Morton up to 94 miles per hour on that heater. 1 ball, 2 strike count with Carson-Newman trailing here in the 9th, 13-10. 1-2 set for Morton. Gibson at first base. The pitch to Smith is a fastball fouled back again. A lot of fastballs here from Carson Morton here in the 9th so far. Carson-Newman has suffered 2 losses this year when scoring double-digit runs. They entered the year with just 7 in the last decade when scoring double-digit runs, hoping they don't lose a 3rd time by scoring 10 or more. Breaking ball rolled foul by Smith. First one from Morton, and Smith was ready for it and fouled it off. Count stays 1-2. Carson-Newman's at-bats here down the stretch in this game have been really good. A lot of 3-ball, 2-strike counts. Smith trying to do a good at-bat here and get on base for the Eagles. 1-2, fastball, fouled back again. Smith showing great fight. Morton having to work hard here in the 9th. Just the 2nd batter he's faced. And getting ready to throw his 12th pitch of the inning. 7 about to be on the way to Smith. Smith goes around on the high heater. Swinging strike 3. It's Morton's 6th strikeout. He wins the battle with Smith, and there's 1 away in the 9th for a pinch hitter, Matthew Bishop. So Bishop now the 9th inning pinch hitter for Carson-Newman. The Eagles also have another pinch hitter on deck in Kylan Hornbuckle here in the 9th. 13-10 the score. Bishop batting in a pinch hit spot. He's got 10 hits in his freshman season and has been really good in these situations off the bench and takes breaking ball outside. Off the bench, nobody has more hits this year than Matthew Bishop's 8. 8 of 15 off the bench is Carson-Newman's freshman, who bats with 1 out and 1 on in the 9th. 1-0. Fastball knee high, a strike. For the year, Bishop hitting .370. 4 of his 10 hits are extra base hits, 3 doubles and a home run. The home run was against Anderson to help the Eagles rally with a 6-run ninth back in early March. 1-1 fastball outside from Morton, 2-1. Gibson drew a leadoff walk. He is at first base. It was a 5-pitch walk. Can the Eagles get the tying run to the plate? They need to get one more on base as Bishop stays away from a fastball. That's a strike outside corner. At 93 from Carson Morton to level the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The sophomore righty sets at the belt. Bishop swings and misses at the high heater, and there's 2 away. Great work by Carson Morton. And now Kylan Hornbuckle in the ninth will pinch hit with 2 outs. A couple of half-hearted efforts here from Carson-Newman. And consecutive at-bats from Smith and Bishop. And now Kylan Hornbuckle, who has 2 hits this year and 7 at-bats. They're both triples. And one of those came Tuesday against King. Can Hornbuckle continue this opener? First one home is a breaking ball high for ball 1. Pinch hit effort here for Kylan Hornbuckle. Ryan Bolton is on deck. He came in as a defensive replacement in the ninth in what was Colton Evans' spot. Hoping to get a chance as Bolton as Morton spikes a fastball into the turf at 92, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Eagles down 3 in the ninth, 13-10. Wingate scored 6 times to grab a 3-run lead to take this game away from Carson-Newman. Morton's set in the 2-0 to Hornbuckles, a high and outside fastball, and it's 3-0. The Bulldogs staff has helped Carson-Newman out today. They have issued 8 free passes, 9 total freebies if you count a hit by pitch. Morton's behind 3-0 on Hornbuckle with 2 away in the ninth and is back in the zone with a called strike. Fired in a fastball at 91. Took a little bit off of it to find the zone. (3-1), ball low, and the Eagles will get the tying run to the plate here in the ninth. Ryan Bolton represents the tying run in inning 9. Gibson and Hornbuckle aboard. And Bolton to the plate for the Eagles, hitting .295 this year. He helped Carson-Newman rally in the middle game of the series against Newberry last weekend to force extras and eventually help the Eagles win it in 10. First one he sees from Morton is an outside fastball for ball 1. 5 straight misses now from Carson Morton. He has thrown 23 pitches so far in this inning. Bolton, the 9th inning batter with 2 on and 2 out. Eagles down 3. Next one to Bolton, a fastball down the middle. Bolton has 1 career home run. That was a 2-run home run in the final regular season series last year against Mars Hill. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Carson-Newman's defensive replacement. Bolton, the left fielder, takes in the turf for ball 2. This is the top of the batting order, and so Cole Nathan, who homered in the 8th inning, is next. And then Logan Floyd and Bradley Soto Diaz. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Ryan Bolton with 2 away in the 9th. And he takes outside for ball 3. Tension continuing to build in this series opener that has taken multiple turns. Will Cole Nathan get a chance? The 3-1 set, and Morton pitches a fastball outside corner, called strike 2. at 90 miles per hour. Runners will be on the move when Carson-Morton goes to the plate. Wingate leads 13-10. Bolton the tying run at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count, 2 outs. The pitch home. Fastball high and away, ball 4. The inning continues. Carson-Morton has walked, the bases loaded. Time called, and the Bulldogs are going to talk things over out on the mound. A leadoff walk by Gibson. A 2-out walk by Kylan Hornbuckle, and now a 2-out walk by Ryan Bolton. Gives Cole Nathan a chance here in the 9th. Nathan the batter. The tying run now on base. And Cole Nathan would be the game-winning run. He's already homered in this game. The Eagles have already hit a grand slam in this game. The Eagles also call for time, and so all 3 runners from the bases with head coach Tom Griffin and assistant coach Brendan Kroeb join Cole Nathan to have a conversation with the batter, and then Floyd also in there on deck. And they'll chat things over here about this 9th inning situation. Carson-Morton has been grinding out there on the mound. He's thrown 28 pitches here in the 9th inning. This is just his 3rd appearance of the year. Again, recovering from an injury. Only 13 strikes have been thrown. Will Nathan see a strike and one that he can drive to cut into this deficit, maybe tie it, or maybe win it? Nathan bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs. At the Eagles down 3. Morton's first one. Fastball away, ball 1. Morton has only thrown 3 strikes in his last 9 offerings. 1-0 pause for the sophomore. Breaking ball away. 10 misses in his last 13. Bulldogs have already used 3 other relievers. Morton's the 4th one. 2-0 pause, and the pitch to Nathan is a fastball knee-high, a strike at 91 on Morton's 31st pitch here in the 9th. Carson-Newman's dugout has the rally caps on. The Eagles have not scored in the 9th, but have the winning run at the plate. 2-1. Fastball popped up, foul ground. Grapuso ranging over near the hill, dives, and does not make the catch. Battling the hill, the ball drops for a long foul ball. That's strike 2. A great effort from Gavin Grapuso into foul ground. Lost his cap and tried to make the catch, but the ball fell out of his mitt in foul ground. Strike 2. Tension continues. The drama is real. Tying run on base here in the 9th. Series opener between the Bulldogs and Eagles coming down to the 9th. 2-2 to Nathan. Fastball, low, ball 3. And we'll have another 3-ball count and another 3-2 payoff pitch. It was Bolton that drew a bases or a first and second walk on a 3-2. What will Nathan do? Runners move the 3-2, and Nathan pops it up again. Foul ground, and it is out of play. The first baseman, Powell, tried to leap over the fence to make the catch. Came up empty, and will do it again. Great effort from Bowen Powell, but he can't make the play. And now Nathan stands in again. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Eagles down 3. Another payoff home. Fastball grounded to third. Nice play. The slide is there. Throw back to first. He is out at first. McCammon tried to go to the bag at third. Did not get there in time, but his throw back to first was in time, and the Bulldogs survive the series opener. 19th ranked Wingate rallies from down 3 in the ninth to win by 3. Carson-Newman brought the winning run to the plate in the ninth inning. The tying run got on base, but ultimately Wingate holds off in the ninth. Their ninth inning rally, the difference in a game that takes more than 3 hours. Took 3 hours, 23 minutes to complete. In a game that took multiple lead changes both ways, the Bulldogs win their 27th game of the year. Carson-Newman drops to 20-14. Charlie Carpenter wins his first game of the year, while Carson Morton gets his first save of the year. Morton had to throw 35 pitches in the ninth to get the save. He walked the bases loaded to put some pressure on himself, but ultimately gets the job done. Kyle Adams suffers his first career loss and gives up his first career runs in that ninth to see the Eagles lose 13-10. Long game. Eagles come up short, though. They had a lead in the ninth, but struggled to hold on to it, and Wingate's offense rallies again this season to take down Carson-Newman 13-10. Bulldogs 27-9, maintain second place in the league. They are now 17-5. Carson-Newman 20-14, and falls to 10-12 in league play. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at noon to continue and wrap up this series. First pitch from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex is set for noon between the Bulldogs and the Eagles. Once again, the final score from this series opener, it's Wingate 13, Carson-Newman 10. The Bulldogs rally from down 3 in the ninth to win by 3, 13-10. We'll talk to you tomorrow here on the Eagles Sports Network.